to the Brilliant Minds of Idiots show.
I don't know. How do you feel about Lou Williams?
Sure. Does he play the soccer?
He kind of looks like he always looks like a evil Egyptian cat from a cartoon. Every time I see him, he just, I always have like the little long cigarette, the long stick with the cigarette at the end. That's what I think. Like
his mustache don't help him.
Yeah,
Virginia
he looks
Slims.
evil all the time. All right, welcome back to the Brilliant Minds of Idiots. Episode 11.
Ooh.
Is this episode 11?
You tell me.
12.
Good start.
Welcome to the next episode of the Brilliant Minds of Idiots. I'm here with BK,
What up?
Ghost,
Miss y'all.
Rio.
What's happening?
It's an early morning show. You know what I mean? Sun's out, guns out.
12.
Yeah, episode 12. I knew it. I didn't know nothing. How's everybody feeling? It's been a while since we've been in here.
It has been.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, longer for you. It's been about like a month for you. If you're wondering, well, let's do some house cleaning. I'm gonna do some house cleaning real quick. So I got some DMs. Some people were saying, we've been talking about some heavy, awkward subjects, and people were like, we see that you're trying to represent both sides, but you don't do a good job.
Well,
go ahead.
I'm not trying to represent both sides. I can only represent myself.
Organically.
I try my best to think of some of the arguments that may be opposed to how I feel or what I may think, and I try to take that into consideration, but I'm not trying to represent both sides. I would like to be clear about that for myself. I can only represent me.
I am trying to, because I think sometimes stuff gets lost in the conversation, and people felt like on our abortion topic, anybody who was pro-life was not good. But I said that I am probably pro-life in my own life.
Yeah, we all
I
said.
think all of us said we wouldn't choose it for ourselves.
But I'm okay with, I always want the choice to be there for somebody else. I don't want to tell anybody else how to live their life. I don't hate conservatives. Do you? We should be able to live peacefully and harmoniously by raising our kids and family and everybody else. I think there's this misconception that black people always vote democratically. I think the people who go out and vote democratically, but I think the bigger notion is black people usually don't vote, except for when Obama ran. So I actually don't think that I think there's a misconception that most black people always are Democratic, and I don't think that's the case.
I think it is.
Okay.
I think if you're talking about a majority, I think for sure it's not close to the majority of black people. I think it doesn't mean like 99%, but
yeah, no. I think they think it's like a 99%.
Yeah, yes, it's definitely
and then
less
people
than
feel like they
think.
have to.
Yeah.
Then there's like a notion where black people have to be like loyal to the Democratic Party, and that's not the case because neither side has done anything for us. So
Yeah, that's true.
So I think you just try to take whichever person best fits your views, and if that in that election it is, Obama was going to win both of those. It doesn't matter. No. But if it was a Republican, they would vote Republican.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sorry. They just wouldn't vote.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they just wouldn't vote.
That's definitely more.
So there's
the
the
case.
message for the day. Go vote.
Yeah, go vote. go vote.
Don't complain.
Don't complain if you don't
Yeah.
vote. I don't want to hear shit from you if you don't vote.
Like your vote doesn't matter, but neither does your opinion. 'cause
Yeah.
you didn't vote.
I voted for myself, like in the last episode. So
Right in.
I know you got more
Yeah.
votes than anybody in this room, dude.
And
better
then
if I could believe it.
I forgot what you were talking about, but it swayed my vote to actually vote for one of the candidates. I don't remember what your stances were, but I was like, ooh, just in case.
I'm going
this
with
kid
that.
is on Twitter or something.
I'm going with the other
He
guy.
gets- yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's get into it. Did anybody here see When They See Us?
Yeah.
Not yet. I'm waiting for the
not.
king.
Yeah, you're not watching it.
Oh.
Because I told you about it and I told you what it was, and you were like,
Oh, no, I said never mind. I thought it was something else.
"Oh, okay, okay, oh, okay."
I
So
didn't see
go,
it.
so go sit. What did you think of it, Real?
I think it's an amazing show. I mean, the story aside, if I know the events that it portrayed are real, and there was real suffering behind it all, but
So
The-
is every episode of SVU.
but when you look at the acting was absolutely phenomenal.
I agree.
I have
It-
not heard one bad thing about it.
Being a movie buff and somebody that really enjoys watching good acting and good storytelling, the show's amazing in that aspect alone. But then when you take a look at the content of the show and you see all that really happened, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, and I think the way it was structured as well, based on going through the first episode being about everybody, like how the situation, how they got into the situation they were in, and then episode 2, 3 were about 4 of the 5 victims, and
Was
you
them
you
getting-
kind of like, man, that's crazy, that's terrible, terrible, terrible. But
the
yeah,
interrogation.
and then episode 4 had the person who suffered the most.
Yeah,
And the whole
yeah.
episode was about him, and you're literally 45 minutes in, like, again? Like something else happened to this guy?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then it all comes full circle with the guy who confesses to everything, and then how, you know what I mean, they get out, and like people are like, oh man, well the guy confessed, that's how they got out of jail. No, those people were registered sex offenders and actually lived and tried to find jobs that they couldn't find jobs because they were that
stigma.
infamous.
Registered.
Yeah, they were that infamous. So one guy actually goes back into jail because he gets 4 or 5 jobs and gets fired from all 4 or 5 jobs because he is linked to that murder. And he goes back to jail because he starts selling drugs because that's the only way he could provide for himself. So
Yeah, it's rough.
it was. I agree with you. That acting was amazing. The kids that acted in it were amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that says more.
That was they killed it. They killed it.
Dude from Homelight, absolutely.
Oh, from
Or
Spotlight,
Moonlight.
Moonlight. Yeah,
He absolutely killed.
because
it,
he
man.
played the kid version and the adult version. He was the only one who
Yeah.
played both characters
Oh, wow.
of their person. That's how dynamic he was. Because he looked like a kid. He looked like he was 14, 15.
Well, he was 16,
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
and I think he could have passed as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, he passed, and then when they started showing him, like,
As a man, I wasn't buying it so much, because
okay,
I mean,
okay,
Still have the
because
baby face.
you saw everybody else. It was a completely different actor that played
Yeah.
them in the adult.
Yeah.
So I mean,
which I guess maybe that's why it worked for leaving his story out until the 4th episode.
yeah.
Because then you're able to, like, okay, let's just focus strictly on him and not show anybody else.
Yeah, and he did such a good job that.
So shout out to Ava DuVernay. That series was really good. And they canceled the prosecutor. The prosecutor who tried did she try? I think she was just a lead investigator. She wasn't actually the prosecutor. She went on to be an author and have like 4 or 5 books that were on like national seller, top sellers. And then she also had a nonprofit, and she was dropped by her publisher, and she was fired from her nonprofit
And
based on the actions she did that were portrayed by her in the doc.
the prosecutor left the university that she was at too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
she stepped down.
Nobody even called for her to be fired, but she just stepped down because she probably knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Might as well get this pension while I can.
Yeah. So to see, because I think because cancel culture is this weird thing where we think people are getting canceled, but then when OJ joins Twitter, he gets 800,000 followers overnight. So I don't necessarily know what cancel culture really is. It feels like people just say shit on social media, and
But OJ wasn't canceled in this day and age.
what he wasn't. Because because the OJ, the 30 for 30 OJ, which ESPN did magnificently, but they showed some really graphic stuff. They showed not just the trial, but they also showed like how he was living his life afterwards, how he tried to go back to being a black person and
But
wear the
what's-
dashikis and go to church, and
What's
then
there
that
really
didn't
to
work.
cancel of OJ anyway?
It doesn't necessarily mean he has to be popular. I mean, he's popular. I mean, if you go on Twitter and people care about your tweets and stuff, you're being popular.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not canceling. It's not canceled for sure. So, we act like we want all this change, but if you just look at the actual data, there's no change. We like the salacious, messy,
The drama.
drama-filled events. We just like it.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think there's a thing as such. I don't think there's a such thing as cancel culture, except for that prosecutor lady. I think she's the only one where it's stuck. I can't think of another person where it actually stuck.
I wouldn't know either way,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
but they're all canceled to me.
That's true.
OJ's been canceled for 27 years.
I agree.
Ever since he left NBC. I didn't see him anymore, so he was canceled to me.
Yeah. And I guess that's what I was trying to get at. Like, when's the last time anybody cared about
Yeah.
OJ?
Naked
Like,
Gun, 33 and a
just because
third.
I never have.
Yeah.
I've never taken a second to think about.
But I think there's a lot of people who care about OJ still. Not the
weird.
same way
Weird.
they.
You need to fucking get a life.
I agree.
If you're still worried about OJ does nothing relevant anymore.
I think it's the same way they care about Kim Kardashian though. Like people like hate care.
That's a little different, though.
I think it's the same though.
It might be, but she's way more active, and her news
Yeah.
makes national
Yeah.
news all the time.
No, OJ's news makes national.
Yeah,
news
but he
all
does
the time.
something once every 6 months.
Because he was in jail for 5 years.
Right, because every other day you're hearing about, like, not a Twitter account or something, you're hearing about her switching up her fashion or hair or something, like just stupid stuff. Plus she has a show. So.
Shout out to Kim Kardashian, where I know she's taken the credit for some work that some really powerful ladies are doing, getting these people exonerated and get out of jail.
Yeah.
And I know she's lending her name and her financial backing to it. But shout out for her for doing something positive.
Yeah, at least she's
I don't
doing
like her,
something.
but I'm not married to the not liking her. If this is the way she's going to be a lawyer and she's going to start trying to get, join the Innocence Project and she's going to go do that. I feel like, okay, right? Yeah. You took your power and you made something positive out of it.
Yeah.
It took you long enough, but word. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not married to anything.
Better late than never.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Because I think there's just so few people who fight for disenfranchised people of any color. So for anybody who does, word, I'm rocking with you.
Like I was telling you with Jay-Z, though, too, just before we
Yeah,
started
yeah.
recording. That's another person that
Jay-Z,
doesn't get recognized enough for what
Ghost,
he
did
does.
you see the incident in Phoenix between when the little girl stole the 99-cent doll and they called the cops on the family? The family drove to their apartment complex. When they got to the apartment complex, some police officers approached and they were pretty aggressive.
All pulled guns on.
Yeah, and like told her to drop the baby. The baby was probably like I would say months, not years old. And she didn't have her shoes on, and he just was like super aggressive, yelling at her. Well, it went viral, and Jay-Z has backed financially them getting a good lawyer to go after the Phoenix Police Department.
Yeah, the options worked for the driver, which was the mom, to get down on the ground.
What race were they? I mean,
I think you can answer your own.
no, I thought
question.
because it's Phoenix, I would think Hispanic. Maybe I would think they were black.
Yeah.
But
I saw another one in Baltimore where I guess it had just rained, and the cops had a suspect sitting on the ground. So a black dude was just walking by, and this is all on the cops' body cam. And the guy was walking by, and he's like, "Hey, why y'all got him on the ground? It's all wet. You know, y'all can let him stand up. That's crazy." And he starts walking. He's walking away. It's just a bypassing comment. And the cop like just ran after him, tackled him, and like started charging him, arrested him. And he was like, "Nah, he's hindering an investigation."
Oh wow,
That's that bullshit.
Yeah.
And then another cop on the body cam was like, "Yo, you need to calm down." And he was like, "No, leave my scene. Leave my scene. Don't tell me how to do my job." And I'm just like, so even when a good cop tells you you're out of control,
that's when the
You know what I
bad
mean?
part about it though is if that kind of went further, where you hurt him or killed him in trial, that cop who told him to calm down is going to have his back.
yeah, he's gonna
Every time he's going to be a character
Yeah.
witness that
Yeah.
ends up getting
Yeah.
him out
That's
and
true.
getting him to
Yeah.
paid leave
yeah.
or whatever, and then he'll be back on the force. That's what's they don't really accountability for themselves. I don't think you can. I mean, you obviously can, but I think everybody has like, "Oh, we got you," and it's almost like you can't come out and say
Yeah,
what actually happened because you're still trying to keep your job and
and keep support.
your reputation. Yeah.
Who's the Sacramento police officer that just passed away?
Oh, the woman.
Yeah. So let me just take this moment out to say rest in peace to Tara O'Sullivan.
I think it's Tara.
Okay.
Not
I
that
don't
it's-
want to. Yeah, I don't want to disrespect. Rest in peace. But I noticed that there was a lot of coverage in the Sacramento area. They covered her casket, her funeral, and the procession. They covered, like, she was on all kinds of posts. I noticed everybody was posting, and it's a sad situation. And she wasn't doing anything wrong, so you know what I mean. She was just doing her job.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say rest in peace to her. She died in the line of duty. That's a difficult job, but she seemed like she was a good one. There was a lot of people who had good things to say about her.
Yeah.
So while I like to trash the bad ones, I do like to raise the positivity for the good ones.
Yeah.
Because this is not an anti-cop podcast. I don't think anybody in this room is an anti-cop. We're just anti-bad cop.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I mean, and that's what I think I brought up in a previous episode is either network, either national news is going to bring up, just because it's good for ratings, anytime now that a black person is shot by the cops, it's going to be news. Whether it was really legitimate or not, or controversial, it's going to be brought up. But which makes the 2% look like 40%, as far as how many bad cops or dirty cops and things like that. Because I don't think it's a problem, because one is too many, but it's not an epidemic. I don't think it's like 50-50 to where you don't know what cop you can trust or.
Well, I think cops are still human, so you could catch a good cop on a bad day and have a bad experience.
Yeah.
I also think it's a precinct thing. I think if you're in Baltimore, I think it's 90% trash.
But trash doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do some of the things that this big.
Well, let me change that. I've never seen anything good come from Baltimore.
Right, because you're not going to
So
see it.
I don't know, but I know that there just seems to be another salacious thing over and over and over.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're going to, just like you pointed out this good story, you'll see every single time. Time a black person gets killed by a cop, pretty much, or 90% of them. But you won't see, and sometimes they try to show it sometimes, just because kind of following just a small little story.
Yeah.
But you're not going to see the good ones.
Okay.
Or it's not even, it doesn't even make us, like if a cop goes right now and saves someone's life and they don't really brag about it or anything, you just.
No, I mean, I
just another day in office.
think if they go above and beyond, like there was that cop in Minnesota a couple years back where there was a black dude with a knife, and he wound up punching the cop and breaking his nose, but the cop didn't shoot him. And when they asked him why he didn't shoot him, he was like, "Well, because I didn't want to be like that, known as that guy who killed a quote unquote innocent black man." So I know that it's tough because you don't want people to put themselves in danger for a perception. But I'm kind of okay with you thinking about it. Like if you're a good cop, I think the good cop is just always going to know. I just want the bad cop to think that, oh, maybe I do want to keep my job and not get fired.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to change the behavior. Anyway, is I guess what I'm saying.
You have to change. Yeah.
Can we get back to some people who need a life? Be-Hive.
Is that Beyonce's?
Yeah.
Oh, I got one.
I'm not a Phil.
Got one. Got him.
Got him. So I know it's 2 weeks old, but so the Golden State Warriors owner, what's his name? Goes
Leonard?
No.
Bob Leonard?
No. That's Bob Myers. That's a GM.
Bob Myers, the GM.
I
don't know.
I forget his name.
Jacob.
Yeah, Joe Lacob.
Joe Lacob, yeah.
Joe Lacob. His wife was sitting next to
mashup.
Beyonce. His wife was sitting next to Beyonce at the courtside at the Warriors game, the last game in Oracle. And you can clearly see that she's asking Jay-Z if she wants something to drink or if he wants something to drink. And she was like, do you want lime in it? And Beyonce makes this like crazy face where it looks like she's being bothered or whatever. And her fans hopped in Mrs. Lacob's mentions on Twitter telling her to kill herself and don't bother Beyonce and all this different stuff. Putting bees.
Royalty.
They just put bees in her comments. And I was like, how do you know her breath just didn't stink? And she couldn't hide it. That's what I think happened.
Or maybe Beyonce was like, why would you put a fucking lime in that?
Yeah. Well, do you want a
lime in your
in her Heineken? You know what I mean? It could have been something crazy. I think number one, I think it's crazy that anybody cares that much about Beyonce's welfare as if she's not a grown woman.
Yeah.
And why is her
millions of
welfare more
dollars.
important? She's in the front row.
Yeah.
VIP life. Why? I mean,
And
she should
Why
have
do
some-
you care that much?
She should have some.
And they were guests
Normal.
of the owners.
Yeah, the owners invited them there. That's why they sat next to them.
Yeah, she should have some regular life stuff happen to her once in a while.
No kidding.
Keep
Somebody
her
should spill a
humble.
drink on her
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Well, also, I was like, would Beyonce want you to tell her to go kill herself?
Yeah.
Like,
Is that? Are you representing the Be-Hive?
yeah, like, are you
Yeah.
representing Beyonce well?
That's
The Be-Hive, boy, I tell you, I wouldn't mind if they attacked this show because we get popular. We would get popular.
yeah, probably.
Jump in my mentions.
sure there's
Beehive.
Want the
Millions.
swarm to come for you?
Yeah, at B.M.I show 916. Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
To be clear, just come at 0.
Yeah. Just
Just zero.
I'm just. It's crazy to me
I'm
that
not that invested in this pod life, the
Yeah, fair enough.
podcast
Fair
life.
enough.
Yeah.
Podcast life.
Yeah.
It's pod
I thought you were ride or
Life.
die.
No, definitely.
Just ride.
not.
Just here for the ride.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get to the destination.
Right. Let me out.
What did you guys think of that? The Beyonce thing.
I think it's crazy. I don't understand why people are so concerned about celebrities.
Especially since not many of them have ever met her. And a meet and greet is not meeting them.
And then it's all about like facial expressions and lip reading
And body language.
and body language, which I've heard them talking about a bunch of experts. on this
Maybe
is how-
Jay-Z
yeah.
farted and she said, oh.
I mean, this is another one of those things that people want to be the first to notice something and they make a big deal out of it. So it's a story, but it's not really a big deal. I mean, she can handle herself.
I just don't. Do you guys think Beyonce should have came out and been like, "Yo, chill out"?
Yes,
She didn't do anything.
but
Yes.
not really. I think yes, but it's not like her responsibility. But
I think it is when it's your fans.
That are
I mean,
acting
she didn't
up.
choose her fans.
I know, no. I know she didn't. I know she didn't.
Some of them she might be like,
But if you got that much mind control over Debo and you be like, "Shut the fuck up,"
what if she just blocked him?
they'll be quiet.
What if she blocked him?
The Be-Hive?
Yeah, like the people, like the individual. She's went like boop boop.
Yeah, but you would still know because it was on CNN. It was on everything. Yeah, she would still know that it was happening.
I mean, she could have. I don't blame her for not. Because like they should have had. She has more important things to do. But
You
maybe
think-
they don't
yeah,
have.
you think-
Maybe that's the problem.
You
is
think
they were
she-
just fishing.
Does she check Twitter?
You
I'm
didn't
sure.
have to.
I'm sure she has a
Herself?
I'm sure she has a publicist that knows.
Yeah, you don't have to check to know that kind of story.
Yeah, I think I'm sure people are like, "Yo,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure she was
Yeah,
aware.
social
of it.
media people who know
I'm sure she was aware of it.
alert you with that stuff.
She's too.
Yeah, she is in tune with the news.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. She's
she-
too
she keeps
savvy.
up.
She's too savvy to know, like, you know what I mean. When her fans
not-
go after people all the time.
It's not like she's an aloof
Yeah.
celebrity that doesn't know what's going on and is just aware of themselves. So
She's just way too calculated
yeah.
in everything she does.
So I
It's
think
worked. It's worked for her.
Right.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. She could have came out there and be like, "Thank you, Mrs. and Mr. Leia. I had a great time.
Yeah, that would have done it right there.
Had a great time being in your presence, queen. Blah 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 blah. Your boots were trash, but you're a nice lady. You know what I mean? They could have said she could have kept it real, and people would just let it
Who
go.
puts a lime in their Heineken?
Yeah. Hashtag. Why you need a line for that? Boom. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What else we got? Oh, speaking of Jay-Z. Forbes put Jay-Z as the first billionaire in the hip-hop industry. Last year.
I thought he had-
So shout out to Jay-Z for being. I mean, these numbers are all kind of like, they're all estimations and shit. But
yeah.
so I guess his breakdown though was interesting to me, because
His agent.
huh?
His agent probably got a lot of money. His agency.
Yeah. It was Ace of Spades was worth $500 million.
That's crazy.
Duce was worth like $100 million.
That's crazy.
He had like $250 million in like cash and assets that just weren't named. And then it got like real interesting because music was only $75 million, and it was the least amount.
That's
it was
what
the
I
least
figured.
thing that was worth on. I wouldn't have thought that.
I
He
would
took
have.
his money and made money.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
Like
not
his art collection was worth as much as his
music.
musical catalog. I thought that was kind of interesting.
He's known for not being a great person to
Yeah, you got
bring artists up.
Right.
Okay.
To bring artists up.
Okay.
Like LL Cool J had a problem with him when he was coming up. I know he's got J. Cole, but he's just good. He's not been great with bringing artists up. So that's how you really make money, because he's not rapping as much anymore.
yeah.
But if you got a label and like a name on it, you know, like Cash Money, and they're just taking care of them. Like Lil Wayne obviously helped Baby, but he's bringing him millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Jay-Z will probably never, and it's probably because his focus, as you can see, his focus is elsewhere. So he's just not that guy. I don't think.
Yeah, but like I mean,
He's a self-made.
I just
Obviously, did it for
about
himself.
I just think about owning the rights to like the Blueprint. That has to be. People still use Blueprint for like movies and,
That's
and
everything.
commercials, and that's where you make all your money is the residual. You know what I mean? The royalties.
Yeah.
And if you own that catalog, I don't know if he owns his own catalog though. I don't
Has
know
to.
that for a fact.
Has to. Some of the stuff from Rock, well, not Rock Nation, but some of the stuff with Dame Dash, I don't know if
Yeah, I don't know.
because they split, so I don't know how much he owns. I know Dame Dash, I think, kept a clothing line,
Yeah, it kept Rock aware. I
and
think.
so I don't know how much music he kept.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just who chose to go with him. I thought when Cameron
Kanye.
chose to go with Dame, and you know what I mean, whatever happened, I think that was the split of the music that was going to be kept.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But who knows?
'Cause you got the sports. You didn't even mention the sport. His
Yeah,
agency.
Rock Nation. Yeah, Rock Nation was worth like $250 or something like that. So it was to me it was crazy that his breakdown. Number one, I guess if you own some good alcohol, you can do whatever
Ace
you
of
want.
Spades.
'Cause,
That number surprises me.
yeah, half a B. That's what he said.
That's crazy.
500
I
mil.
don't even hear about that anymore. Not that I was in the crowd that would hear about that, but
Yeah.
usually I still kind of heard about it.
Yeah. No, people still do it. People still get Ace of
I guess
Spades.
that's at the higher
Yeah.
I'm never in a
higher
room
class
that you can even order Ace of Spades.
institutions. Yeah. If I went to the place I go to drink and ordered Ace of Spades, I'd probably get kicked out.
They're probably like, here's a card
Yeah.
and some rum.
They'd probably
And-
send you to a
and-
website or something.
Everybody that you're with looks at you hella crazy if
Yeah.
you order that.
Oh, he balling. Oh, he got bottles on him.
I hope he's paying for that
Yeah,
shit.
bottles on Ghost today.
VIP.
Put it on my bucket list.
I thought there was I thought that was crazy is that Duce, which is a partnership with him and Bacardi, which is the rival to Hennessy. It's a cognac, which also I think Puff Ciroc has a Hennessy now too.
They do. The
Yeah,
VSOP.
Ciroc has a VSOP.
Cognac.
So, so it's just to see that alcohol was his biggest seller just in general was kind of crazy to me. Because they did, remember they were part of Belvedere, then they had Almondale and, you know what I mean, Cristal, they made that popular. And just because me and Rio talk about this all the time, how growing up, my alcohol preferences were all in music.
Yeah.
That's on purpose. That's how it is today. That's why people drink like tequila that they drink. That's why they drink Cristal got popular. That's how everything is popular. That's why Patron is the most popular. It might not be the best. I don't think it is, but it's the most popular. And then everything, I mean, for music, that's where it just, people talk about it. It's like just like the Twitter type thing, but people talk about it and then that's what everybody wants. They want to be like Jay-Z or whoever drinks it.
No, don't look over here. That's not how it works.
I mean, that's how the money.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that that's how, like you could, like if Drake came out right now and probably came out with his own alcohol, which he did have like this
You'd be buying
Virginia
every
whiskey
case.
or something. Or he was promoting something hard. I don't know if it was his or not or whatever, but if somebody just, you know what I mean? If somebody just, Jay-Z just, you know what I mean? Ace of Spades. He got tired of dealing with Cristal and they had some racist statements or whatever. He came out with Ace of Spades, Cristal, nobody talks about it anymore. Yeah. Like if you would just played your cards right.
It's the power.
Crazy. It's crazy to me that's how, like, that's what makes the world go round. It's just music. That's how powerful music is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pop
Like
culture,
you make the audio version of feelings and people just get like in a trance. You know how many times I drink Hypnotic and Alizé?
Too many.
But that was when you were how old though?
Yeah, I
You
mean
know,
19,
now,
20, 21. I'm
Yeah,
not
now-
doing it now, but I mean, my birthday's coming up. If somebody comes into my house
so
with an
bringing
Ace
you.
of Spades bottle with a sparkler on it, I'm getting hype. I'm gonna be a bad bitch on my birthday
bring
if
you
somebody
some
brings
Hypnotic.
me. I'm pulling out the Snapchat filters, dog facing it. There's just something about that energy. I get it.
Yeah.
Spending, you know what I mean, $1,000 on a
You
bottle
feel
of
like
alcohol.
you live like a celebrity when you get that type of bottle.
I
for a
get
day.
why people chase it. I do get why people chase it. And that's just not for me. Unless somebody else buys it for me, then I'll be a bad bitch out here. That's when you get the Snapchats in the mirror. Like, oh no, he didn't. I put the form fitting stuff on. Shit.
Duck lips.
Yeah.
Doing duck lips.
Yeah. More like duck-billed platypus.
But a duck nonetheless.
Yeah.
But a duck.
You know, they got poisonous thumbs. Anyway. But yeah, the Be-Hive is crazy. But shout out to Jay-Z being a billionaire, or being a net worth, being a billionaire. Who knows? He could have been a billionaire a long time ago. He's not one that like talks about a lot of stuff. Shout out to Rihanna being the wealthiest hip hop or R&B artist in the world. So shout out to Rihanna. I know it's crazy. It's crazy that she surpassed Beyonce, but it's because she has so many other things. Like she now has a clothing line with one of the fashion houses that does like Versace or whatever.
She passed Beyonce in total wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has her makeup. She has that. She has a bunch of stuff. Like Rihanna, I don't know when people think they're getting music from Rihanna again, because she's always got something.
She's on a
fashion.
bunch of stuff. She's on a bunch of features, but
Yeah, and normally when she's on features, that's when her album's coming. But I don't know, because that was after the fashion house. That was after the fashion house announcement that she was coming out with her own fashion line, which they haven't. That like I guess that fashion house hadn't had a new fashion line in like 75 years,
Ooh.
like a brand new brand. So
she's getting it.
yeah, she has that. She has Fenty Beauty, where she's like all that makeup.
I've heard of that.
Where she's kind of rivaling the Kardashians in that way. Which anybody who wants to throw punches at the Kardashians in the facade face world,
Step right on it.
Do it.
yeah, do it. That's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know what we're teaching kids though. That's a weird one for me. Like if every picture app has a filter and all this makeup comes out, like is anybody ever gonna be okay with the way their face just looks?
I am. It goes my face.
I mean,
How often do you wear makeup though?
I've never.
nah, Be honest. Be honest, Ghost.
Okay, twice. No.
But it was Halloween, I swear.
It's a Joker.
How do you feel about makeup, BK?
I don't have any on at the moment, so
You don't wear a lot of makeup.
I don't wear a lot of makeup. I wore makeup last night for the first time in like
A week?
oh, I did have my interview where I
Yeah.
wore makeup. You're right.
Yeah, I can always tell when something big is happening in BK's life because she wears makeup.
Because I wear makeup.
Yeah. Grand opening of Popeyes, makeup.
Makeup.
I just thought about Louisiana when you said that.
And now they have a
Going to the buffet.
Yeah, they have a 7-foot wingspan box now.
Wait.
Wait,
The box
what?
is 7 feet long and it's just full
At
of
the
chicken.
buffet?
No, just
You
in
can order
Louisiana.
it?
Yeah, in Louisiana.
Oh.
It's a wait.
I was like,
It's
is
a
that
box
who's
of
catering
chicken.
your
This is
birthday?
like breaking news.
Yeah. So it's a box of chicken
Can we
that's 7
Postmate
feet
that?
long. And it's just got a bunch of chicken inside. It's called like the 7-foot wingspan or
Give
something.
that to me in a room and don't lock it. Don't talk to me.
Is that your bad bitch? Is that your bad bitch?
You can have your bottle of Ace of Spades.
We'll see Ghost in
Just give
24
me-
hours.
Some chicken, some strawberry soda. And then let me go to work. Don't talk to me. Don't
And
talk
that
to me.
pellet
7
ice?
feet.
The strawberry soda, or like when I went to Fiji, orange juice. They kept calling They were like, Zero loves store bought chicken and orange juice, and everywhere I went, they'd like kill a chicken somewhere else, but they'd always pull the store bought chicken for me because that's supposed to be fancy, and then it would be orange juice, but it was orange soda. I was like Keenan and Kale. It was orange soda everywhere.
Orange soda.
I just wish people could see the look in Ghost and Zero's eyes
I
when
know,
they
when
talk
they
about
talk
the
about
Popeyes
the
buffet
wingspan.
and that
Oh, yeah.
7-foot box.
I was like,
Yeah.
if we could get that here, I'd smooth buy that for you
That's-
for your birthday.
Don't
I take it.
don't plan on me contributing to that episode. If it's 7 feet of chicken,
No, the itis got me.
you'll hear some finger
You just hear
licks.
crunch,
You'll hear
crunch.
you'll hear some thank yous, maybe
And
some
some-
tears. You might hear some crying, some whimpering in the back.
I just cried, just start breaking down. Like, I never know you guys cared this much about me.
Yeah.
It's everything I've ever wanted. Yeah, no.
It's a sparkle in
No,
their eyes.
yeah.
It's like when a kid talks about Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the look they
that's
get
the
in their
love.
eyes.
I'm not gonna lie, my
There's a
mouth is
sparkle.
watering so much right now. There's a
There's a-
Popeyes being built right around the corner from my house.
Oh.
And I go there for about an hour every day and just put my eyes,
Just watch.
just look inside. Like, is it open yet?
Doing the old Mervin's commercials.
Yeah.
Open.
Yeah.
Anything I can do to help?
Mervin's, damn.
You guys
I
need to
love
test.
Mervin's.
Need to test your fryer out before you
Yeah.
open.
Are you guys gonna have a soft opening in which people can judge the chicken and its doneness? And
Are you doing the 2 for 1? Are you bringing this back in the menu?
Are you guys gonna have a free chicken day? Because I need to know if I need to take the day off.
What dipping sauces are you using?
Free chicken for a year.
Yeah, Popeyes. You never see them doing stuff like
No,
that.
they,
'cause they don't
no,
have,
them niggas.
It
know.
costs too much.
Yeah, they know. I'm in the beginning on the first episode. I said to myself, and I said on these airwaves, I've tried to eliminate the N word out of my vocabulary, but there's just certain things. There's just certain situations where that description just fits. Like R. Kelly getting indicted on 12 counts of child pornography. That nigga going to jail. I can't describe it. I don't want to call him that gentleman. I don't want to call him anything. That nigga going to jail. So I'm trying, as you hear this, I'm trying to eliminate it. But certain times, it just fits.
But if you use it in that context, does it put a negative
Yeah, I was
connotation
about to
on
say.
it?
Oh yeah. See, I guess I got to be more.
You gotta use a
responsible.
positive one now.
Yeah, I got to be more responsible with my Jay-Z. That nigga a billionaire.
There you go.
There we go.
That even the tables. That even the tables.
Gave it back its power.
There you go. It's
Shout
back
out to
on
that
outside.
nigga and his
'Cause,
generational wealth.
Yeah, because you're gonna hear people using
Shout out to
it
you,
only-
King nigga.
and that-
You can't call him a nigga king. That's rough. You can't call him a nigga king. But yeah. So yeah, shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to Jay-Z. Fuck the Be-Hive still. Which I don't really have an issue with the Be-Hive. I have an issue with with their stanness for Beyonce.
Maybe
Some
not
of
the
them.
whole hive.
Some
Maybe
of
just
them.
them dumbass drones.
There's probably millions.
Yeah,
of
I mean, because I don't think. I guess it's just same thing with Nicki Minaj. Like, there's a bunch
Yeah.
of people who just stand for their person so much it gets annoying.
I feel like anybody that does that for a celebrity, I feel the same way about all of them.
Yeah. Like anybody who's like gets in somebody's comments to like cape up for a celebrity, like, they can
Standing
handle
up,
themselves.
I
Or
think,
tell
yeah.
somebody to kill
Pretty
themselves.
sure that they can handle
They can stand.
themselves.
They can stand themselves.
And if not, they got people that can handle
Yes, they got people for that.
Yeah. Ask David Ortiz. Too soon? Do you know about David Ortiz?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure
Yes.
you're staring at. Yeah, we'll cut that out. Let's see. There was something I wanted to branch off of the. Oh, so OJ and Bill Cosby were tweeting on Father's Day. Let me pull up the Bill Cosby tweet.
I heard some of the OJ stuff that was floating out there was from a fake account.
Yes. This show reposted a "I killed her"
Yeah, that
tweet.
wasn't from him.
And it wasn't from him. What they did was they changed the L to a uppercase I, so it looks like the same name, the same at. And I guess there was also a DM back and forth where he said, "I'll cut you," and then they put like 36 knife emojis in the response.
Yeah.
And that shit is hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me, but it was fake. And I put in the post, this tweet is probably fake, but I don't see a lie being told.
It
So
wasn't
I
from
wanted to
him.
premise that, yes, it's probably fake,
But
but
hashtag
it's true.
truth.
Yeah.
But it could have been real.
Let me pull up the Bill Cosby tweet because he tweeted something on Father's Day, and he was trying to grandstand a little bit. I don't follow OJ. I refuse to follow OJ. OJ, like Ghost, I don't know what OJ's done other than get away with murder. So there's nothing that OJ can tell me. People want to talk about if he's Khloe Kardashian or Kim Kardashian's dad. I give zero fucks about that. I know he lives in Florida because the Goldmans are trying to like take his money, and in Florida there's a law that prevents them from seizing his stuff so he can like build back whatever he could get or whatever. So
Until he fucks up again and loses it all.
if he fucks up again, that nigga going to jail forever.
Yeah, OJ?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Bill Cosby. My bad.
We switched roles a little bit. Hang on. We'll be back.
For the record, I don't follow either one of them.
You don't follow
Yeah,
nobody.
you don't follow. You don't follow anything. The only thing you do is follow the sun and the moon.
Right.
I was putting it on record,
Yeah, okay.
making it official. I don't follow them.
He doesn't want to be misunderstood.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
want
he
that
doesn't
to be
even follow
misinterpreted.
himself.
No, I mean I follow myself.
Why you could get an Instagram.
I have one.
He just don't know the login.
I just don't use it.
You could get it. You know what I mean? When you want to be a bad bitch on the gram. When we
He's
get
like,
these
but
Ace of Spades bottles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then
When I get Ace of Spades, I'll
your
post it on
wingspan.
Instagram.
Or a 7 foot box.
But if I get a
Yeah,
7 box Popeyes, I think my fingers.
you gonna
fall-
live stream?
My fingers will be occupied. If I won't be able to I won't be able to have a phone in my hand.
So the Bill Cosby tweet, he starts off with, "Hey, it's American's dad. I know it's late.
Oh, rough start.
Yeah.
Right? Already.
It's America's dad. ...
Yeah, the ...
I know it's late, but to all the dads, it's an honor to be called a father. So let's make today a renewed oath to fulfilling our purpose, strengthening our families and communities. Happy Father's Day. Hashtag Happy Father's Day. Hashtag renewed oath to our family. Hashtag we're not done."
Who? No, I think he's
For the
Oh, no. Hashtag America's favorite dad.
Ooh.
Hashtag renewed oath to our community. Hashtag far from finished.
Okay, that's.
the marathon continues, baby.
Also, he posted on Juneteenth. You know, everyone knows what Juneteenth is, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does anyone want to explain it for the listeners who don't know? Okay, cool. Google it. He posted on Juneteenth. Hashtag Juneteenth. Hashtag continue to raise hell. Hashtag Central Park 5. Hashtag far from finish. Hashtag I stand beside my husband. He tweeted it. Hashtag free Bill Cosby. Hashtag wrongfully convicted.
Ooh.
Way to take a noble day and
Make it about
Make it
you.
about yourself.
The June. Well, I mean, he's saying he should be freed.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe it though.
No.
I think okay. So before I go further, the Juneteenth I think is out of bounds. Trying to say that you're wrongfully convicted should be freed like the slaves, kind of bullshit. But the Father's Day thing I understand, and I also read in the article that accompanied that tweet. And that's how I learned about that tweet. He is doing like some good work in prison with men in there, and
I've seen that too.
He's trying to make a positive change. So I can't knock him so much because he's doing what he can to make a positive change in the world, and I think it's in a place that is often forgot, which is in prison. Yeah.
I agree.
So
I mean,
I'll give him that.
I think that to me,
Juneteenth was way out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he's also gets the Kim Kardashian because he was really down on my generation of black men. He was
Asshole.
down. Yeah, he was down. Him and Oprah, which is why when people said I would vote for Oprah for president, I wouldn't. I'm not. I don't forget when she opened that school for in Africa and said that we wouldn't appreciate it here. That's not lost upon me. So Oprah's got some explaining to do.
Some splaining.
But he is trying to do. You know, he has talent shows. He has like speaking. You know what I mean? He's trying to do something there. So I can't knock him for that aspect of it. But you know, he's still Bill Cosby, and he is charged with some heinous stuff.
Yeah.
That he doesn't admit to doing. So he is hit and miss.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt he's completely innocent. I mean, of all the stuff that happened.
I think also not to excuse what he did, but just in a general sense, I think there's a bigger, thing with stuff whether it be bad or good, but it was acceptable for the time period, and putting 2019 standards or morality on something that happened in like 1965.
Yeah.
1865.
Yeah, or whatever. Like what's wrong is wrong, what's right is right. You know what I mean? Like it's just to me. You know what the N-word is to me? The N-word to me is the same thing as Southern people with the Confederate flag. They think it represents some people think it represents Southern hospitality, Southern way of life. They try to separate it from the Civil War and everything that happened. And you have every right to do so. But if somebody looks at that and gets offended, they have that right as well. Yeah. So it's, you know what I mean? It's a tricky subject to me. Cause I mean, you lost, but trying to change it into something different, but you know that other people use it for what it was intended to be used for. So that's something you have to wrestle with. You know what I mean?
But Bill Cosby probably did it. Let's go back to
Ghost got jokes.
Yeah, he probably did it.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah,
So did OJ.
I get, I had to think about it because I give people a chance in my head, not out loud all the time, but on Twitter. But when he said America,
Ghost got the burner account.
You have those conversations appropriately.
When he said America's favorite dad, I had to think about it. I guess he's talking about obviously the TV version, which I mean the Cosby Show is a Cosby Show. I mean, and it set up all of your favorite black shows probably that came after that.
For sure.
By putting them, they're not like Good Times or The Butler, so it's like Fresh Prince and Martin, all those shows happened because of that. So I mean, I get that part. Because at first I was like, ugh. But something in real life, like, no, you just did some stuff.
I don't think you're America's favorite dad now, though.
No.
Yeah, I mean, but he wants to be. He's saying.
I know he's trying
to
harken back to a better time, but yeah.
So you can't say, oh, that no longer impacts my life because because it's 30 years ago and you already. So
I just don't. How is he cheating? Tweeting? He cheated.
That's what I thought.
How was he tweeting?
That's what I thought, but they probably got special.
He
Yeah.
communicates with like a publicist or something.
Oh,
and he
okay,
tells
okay.
somebody like, "Hey, I want to tweet this out," and then
In a letter?
yeah,
Or
He has to
apparently
write
it's like
a
the
letter.
Pony
Write a
Express
letter.
version of
Unborn
tweeting.
child.
When I light the candle in my room, that's when I want you to send the tweet out.
Yeah,
And somebody's just standing there outside the premises with binoculars. He's the Underground Railroad of tweets. When's my tweets gonna be free?
On Juneteenth, apparently.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
jeez.
All right, let's see. I know.
Yeah, like,
I can't believe that one.
That's the rough
That,
part.
that's
not by accident.
Did you guys see the judge who went to jail because he was a juvenile judge, juvenile court, and he was taking bribes from a juvenile detention center to send kids to the juvenile hall?
What?
Let me pull up the actual details of where this happened.
he did what? I'm sorry.
He took bribes from the juvenile detention center that they just built in order to send kids to the juvenile hall.
So they can-
You know,
They
what-
need somebody
what's-
to clean these floors.
with stuff like this coming out, and then when you see when they see us, I wonder if anybody other than myself ever takes a second to think about how many people have actually been wrongfully convicted and are serving prison sentences right now that are actually I always wonder what that statistic is.
yeah, it's
'Cause when you-
higher than
Higher
people
than it
think.
needs to be.
Yeah.
I think that's a bigger thing with the lady who prosecuted when they see us, that lady.
The Central Park 5.
Yeah, the Central Park 5. If you go back to a lot of her cases, I guarantee you there's a reason why the state of New York settled with them for the highest amount that they've ever paid out in a settlement, which was $41 million, which is less than $1 million, less than $10 million for each person. That's kind of crazy. But that's the highest they've ever settled a case because they wanted to avoid discovery, because there's some pretty bad, I guarantee there's some pretty bad stuff that she wouldn't be able to argue.
And I just thought of it right now, and I answered my own question. Most people aren't convicted; they're not found guilty of the crimes that they commit. A lot of people actually plea to a lesser sentence.
Yeah, because
They don't wanna risk
a public
it.
defender's
Yeah.
telling them that's in their best interest.
Well, I've heard of stories of where it's like a big deal. I don't know where the specific place was. I'm sure it's in a lot of places, but you'll have the small cases coming to judges like that. And when the person kind of has a backing as far as money and things like that, they give them either lighter sentences or no sentences. And then when the person has they have to have the public defendant, and they kind of just are kind of intimidated by the system or things like that, then they give them the heavier sentences, and then the money is kind of coming back to them because of them being in there longer and going through the system. They're not able to pay. So I mean, it's a kind of a snowball effect from there, because people who can't defend themselves end up going to prison because it brings money into that system, and then so it ends up being just a whole money scheme.
Prison for profit.
Yeah,
It's a real thing.
for sure.
Oh, so I guess what happened was, so I guess this happened originally in 2011. There's a Pennsylvania judge the case is called Kids for Cash. That's what it became known as. And he was taking bribes to send kids to jail. And he was taking bribes from the juvenile detention center to do that. And I guess it just came up in federal appeals, and it got denied. So that's why I guess it popped back into my consciousness. But that's still crazy. And when I just Googled it to figure out which one, there was one in Texas. There was one a bunch of these cases wind up coming up. It's insane to me. Insane.
How can you do that to a kid, though? Doing it to an adult that
See,
didn't
but
deserve it.
that's the
but then
crazy
doing
thing.
it to a kid that didn't deserve it.
Our justice
Jack
center
Wagner.
is just so
It's awful.
like you could be in Stanford and go to college and they don't care, you know what I mean? They care too much about you. And you could be in Pennsylvania and they don't give two shits about you. That's just it's incredible that Like it really depends on where you're living.
Yeah.
That's incredible to me. That you could literally be like sold. You know what I mean? Like Facebook, just sell your life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's rough to put like a rating on people's lives, or a value, I guess I should say. And if you're low, then
Speaking of, that's a good segue, Ghost. I was listening to or I was watching online. There's this thing in China called social currency.
Is this like that Black Mirror episode?
I don't know. I haven't watched
Oh,
it.
that's right.
So what it is, what's happening? I guess half of the world's surveillance cameras in the whole world, half of them are in China, and they have facial detection or facial recognition. They have all this technology, and what they're doing in certain towns now, they're piloting a social currency. Or social credit is what they call it. That's what it's called. Social credit, where if you exercise, you buy vegetables, you get all this stuff, you get a higher credit rating. But if you
This is
buy
like
a
the
bunch of
Black Mirror
alcohol,
episode.
if you buy a bunch of alcohol, you don't stop at like a crosswalk while people are in it. You throw cigarette butts, you argue with somebody, you threaten
know?
violence.
oh, the cameras.
Cameras, and they pay people to walk around the town and keep notes of everybody.
Yeah, this
What
is the Black
about-
Mirror episode. That's creepy.
Let's go back to the alcohol.
Yeah, that's
what
hella
if
fucking
it's
crazy.
what if it's Ace of Spades? Is that a higher?
I don't think. I mean, that might be an N-word drink, so they don't. You know,
like
like
on China, you're right.
yeah. We know how these Asian countries get down now. You've
Yeah.
told us, Ghost.
I'm never
We're
going
aware.
to
Right. I
Japan
don't want
ever.
I mean, don't. It's not
No,
bad.
you did it.
Go to Japan.
Nah, you
no,
can't
I mean,
put the two.
don't say don't go to Japan. That's. I would love to go
Not
to Japan.
unless I have underwear that I need to get rid of.
I'll tell you what, I'm going there before I go to the Dominican Republic.
Oh
No.
my gosh.
Hold on, we'll hold on to the DR for after this. So
Keep your DR in the back pocket. Hang on.
So what you can do is like your phone is connected to, well, you know how China has everything connected to your phones. Like, you know how we have like Apple Pay and Google Pay and all that. They've been had that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So you could go up to this ATM machine, put your phone down, and it'll literally tell you, this is your credit score.
Social.
This is what you've done. This is what you can do to improve it.
Improve
And people
yourself.
who have high social credit,
Next up,
they could take like you know how it's becoming trendy now in the States where they'll have like these rideshare bikes and scooters.
Yeah.
Well, if you have good credit, you don't have to put the deposit down. So it's just like regular credit. It's just like regular credit. And if you get blacklisted, you can't buy airplane tickets.
Oh,
you can't buy train tickets.
That's too far.
They put you on the news. They post your identity on like the blacklist list.
this is just like Black Mirror.
Yeah, that's
Called
that's
Nosedive
crazy.
is the episode.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
So,
a little
yeah.
too much.
And they have this
Next is
facial record.
a chip.
Yeah. That's just you're going to be paying for everything with this chip that's just embedded in your body.
Yep.
It's going to scan everything like when you walk
Yeah.
into that
Yeah,
Amazon
that's-
grocery store.
Yeah.
Scan
It
your
seems like a
wrist.
thing that could be
I'll
for
be the
fun.
last motherfucker with the wallet. I can guarantee
Oh,
that.
me too.
What's that?
I'm right there with you.
And now your son going to be like, what the look at dad in his old ass wallet while
Get
he's
chipped already, Dad.
while he's minority reporting his whole life.
Yeah. Like, fuck you, kid. Hell no. You get watched by the government, not me with my tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, but I thought that was crazy that like they're in their facial recognition software is so good that like if you were to look into it, it can be like, oh, middle-aged white woman who like the reporter who looked into it was like middle-aged white woman seems to be indifferent at the moment, and she made an angry face and it said angry and then turned red. The box turned red around it, and when she was happy, it was green. It was crazy.
It's too much.
Crazy. And now, and you know, I guess this is a to combat when the economic boom in China happened, people were like defaulting on loans and there was no repercussions. So that's their way of keeping people, holding people accountable. But that's just a crazy. I couldn't do
It's
it.
too much.
I couldn't do it.
No.
Imagine getting paid to walk around the town and just rat. That lady got to get beat up.
Yeah.
But then there's a camera watching you
with you
beat her
there.
up,
But
though.
then, yeah.
The camera watching her get beat up.
I'm sure there's cameras
Wear a
following them
mask.
specifically.
Wear a mask.
You'd have to wear a mask and like climb into somebody else's like house and come
Put
out
some
of their
contacts
door.
in with somebody else's
No, they'll be
retina.
up. No, they'll be
With
in the streets
another
following
mask.
people. They'll be in the streets following people.
You go in somewhere
No, I'm
else
just
and then
saying,
you
but
switch
you're-
masks.
But the house, like when you walk out of the house, there's probably a camera watching you walk out of your
And they
house.
follow you until you put the
Yeah.
mask on.
Yeah.
Or you
Runs
could
deep.
steal someone's face like Arya Stark.
How are you guys holding up? Today could be a Sunday. What are you guys going to do today at 8:00?
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
We don't have anything to do. We're finding a new show.
Has anybody ever watched Snowfall?
Yes.
John Singleton was part of it. I heard it's really good.
I've been telling you for a while.
Yeah, I told you too.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang, if Ghost told
I've been
you.
told that is good. So, I mean, we should.
I don't know
Starting
how
back
I
next
don't know
month.
how it's going to continue without John Singleton after this season.
We'll see. It starts back next month.
Yeah, I'm
July.
catching up on older shows. Now that Game of Thrones is no longer a part of my life.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that social currency thing was kind.
You have to watch that episode of Black Mirror. It's really
I
good.
watched it already. It was
The
a
nose-
report. I watched the real
You
thing.
need to watch it. It's actually a good one. I like it.
You know what they say? Black Mirror is supposed to be like the.
It's Twilight Zone.
Well, no. What a Black Mirror is, they say it's
Your phone.
your phone and your laptop. Like when it's not on, it looks like a black mirror. So that's why
Covered in
everything's
fingerprints.
technology really is. Yeah. Ghost goes. It does.
It's totally like
That Bloody Mary's kicking in, ain't it?
Black Mirror.
DR. This is real. Rio really can't wait to go to DR now because it's gonna be cheap. You fly JetBlue.
No, that shit's a fly-by state or island.
So as of today, 11 American tourists.
Is it 11?
11.
wait, two more today.
As of
2 more today.
Or 2 more the last 24 hours. Not to mention,
Okay,
not
so
to mention
Let's start this though.
Yeah.
Starting today, after today, anybody else that dies in the Dominican Republic, that's kind of your fault. Why are you still going there? I'm not booking my flight anytime soon.
Yeah. I guess some people probably, and I'm not gonna make excuses for anybody. But this is the other side. This is the other side since we do one side of the story. And me personally, I mean, I'm obviously leaving. It's like I think Cedric Entertainer had a comedy about, and he was talking about how when a situation happens and like black people run just because they see people running, they don't necessarily go. And then the white people are going back to what's going on here, you know.
Yeah.
And then the black people.
Can I go investigate?
But for the people who are already there on vacation, and they paid for 2 weeks and they paid for the travel package. First of all, I'm leaving.
First of all, you should have got the
let me put that out
insurance.
there. I'm leaving no matter what. I don't care if I'm in the middle of the snorkeling, whatever I was doing. But I guess that might be something that people. I don't know if it's necessarily a lot of these people are traveling there after this. Doesn't make it better, but
like the person today that has a flight and a vacation
Yes.
booked out there next week, if you go out there and you die, I'm not feeling sad for you.
I can't. Yeah.
You
I had a friend just come back, and she was there when it first happened, and I was like, "Can you come home, please?"
Yeah, that's natural selection
Yo,
at this
can I have
point.
your Xbox One? You're gonna die.
Natural.
So let's go around. Would you go to DR at any point? How long would it take for everything to be
Oh.
good?
I don't know if I'll go back there.
Ever?
I don't know.
Have you been
Five-
there before?
5 years.
It's gonna be a minute.
I'm just
It
saying
has
5
to be
years.
a minute.
5 years. There's no happening. Everybody, bitches out in bikinis. Ace of Spades, you a bad
married.
bitch.
I'm married.
Oh, okay. No, but they give you
can
and your
still
you and your
look.
wife
It ain't gonna
and
kill
your
you.
son.
Trying to get me caught up.
No.
Yeah.
You
Wear
might get
darker sunglasses.
did.
You'll
hall
be fine.
pass. Hall pass.
No,
No,
I'm not going back. I don't
How
know.
long would it take though?
I don't
'Cause
know,
Can
maybe
you tell? Can you
five-
tell?
10
When did you
years?
stop eating Jack in the Box? What happened?
So back in the 90s, I think it was like the early 90s. I was a kid, and I remember there were rumors going around that Jack in the Box they had like I don't know. I can't even remember what it
Mad
was.
Cow or something.
No, I think it was like rat meat or something. I don't know.
So it
Oh.
was something crazy, and since that day, I didn't eat Jack in the Box for like 15 years.
But you hear that about every fast food place.
But when I was a kid, it was
Right,
like,
Wendy's
Just
was
step
bigger
real.
than the chili.
It was real.
It was more real.
It was
Yeah.
like
Wendy's had
when
their
everybody
finger
reported
in-
Chris
Yeah.
Tucker died. Remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was after Dead
After
Presidents.
everyone thought Chris Tucker died, and
Yeah.
I was walking around telling people in my elementary school as some fifth grader being TMZ.
Yeah.
So you would
But as far as the DR goes, I would say probably I think at least 5 years, 5-10 years, probably somewhere in there.
10.
I'm-
You wait a
I'm
whole
fucking-
decade.
There's so many other places you
Yeah,
could go where
that's
people
the thing.
haven't got
Yeah, but it'd be
killed
so
by
cheap,
their
though.
booze.
It'd be so
It
cheap.
don't matter.
Okay.
I'd
That's
rather
your
live.
thing. If your price is your reason,
Yeah.
it's that's your motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could go
I
to
wanna live
Mexico to
throughout my-
all inclusive as well.
You could die out
go-
there too.
Yeah, you can,
The
but
odds
not
are
from
just-
the liquor.
The odds are-
No, from the client, from the cartel shooting up Cabo.
I'll
Yeah.
take my chances.
That's
Okay.
because you blend in.
They don't go around killing white people.
No. I mean, I'm sure that they do. They just get caught in the crossfire. There's not.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, they're not looking.
But it
for
doesn't
them.
happen often though.
What about you, Ghost?
So have you been? You said back. Have you been before
To Mexico?
to Dominican Republic?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I'll probably never.
He's
probably
seen
wouldn't
too
go.
many things.
I mean, it's just that in 5 years, there's just going to be more places to go. Besides that, it's
There's
and that's not anything against them. Obviously, it's once again, it's a small. All it takes is it's a small place. It takes 100 people to really be the ones that are attacking tourists or whatever. But I'm not. I can't. It's not. I guess it's not the whole country's fault or whatever. But I'm not going to go and support that anymore. That as a
Support
tourist. Well, I mean, as a
Like
like this is a tourist, but just
the
how they put
bad.
Vegas back. Like I'll go to Vegas. They had a bad incident, but people come back and say, go book Vegas or whatever. When that happens, and I'm not booking DR. Go
the
somewhere else.
head of like the tourist department came out and he was like, "This is like slander. People are just trying to
Come
make
on.
it make it so
Slander means
nobody
it's
my
not true.
goes to
goodness.
the
Slander
DR."
means 11 people haven't died in a month.
He's like, the
You're
toxicology's
so
been
pretty.
good. Everything's been good.
That's what I'm saying.
There's nothing
No.
wrong here.
Even if
Please
everything's been good, they still died out there, my guy.
Yeah.
Why is everybody dying from the same thing?
Yeah.
Why is everybody dying from heart attacks?
Yeah.
And
One
heart
of them,
failure.
one of them was
And respiratory.
Barbara Corcoran's brother, the woman from Shark Tank.
Yeah. One of them was that. Yeah.
So if you got, I mean, he was probably having a different vacation than I would have, and they still got him. So that's pretty crazy.
That's a good point.
BK.
What
I'm
about
not
BK?
going anytime soon.
How long?
How long
before
would it
you
take
go?
though?
I'd probably,
For
with my family and all, I'd probably have to wait at least 10.
Okay. What about if you went by yourself?
No, I'm just, still the same concept and stuff.
I
Think
thought
about
you
my
were like,
family.
no, if I was single though, I got hit 6 months.
What
No.
if they threw in a free swimming with the sharks package?
I already did that. It's off the bucket list now.
Or a spray
Oh,
tan.
boy.
Oh, I can't wait to get my spray tan.
Uh-oh.
Bad
Send her
bitch
those
alert.
emails.
Bad
Email
bitch
like-
alert.
Yep. I'm gonna
DR.
be tan for a
Send
minute.
BK that package with the tan. She'll be there
I'm in a wedding this up and coming weekend.
next weekend.
She about to
Send
be
it.
orange and beautiful.
Heck yeah.
Orange sickle.
But by the time that y'all see me again, I'll be back to pasty.
I think
You're going as soon as the flights hit
Right.
$50. Let's be
as
honest.
soon as Southwest is $59.99. As soon as it's $100 package round trip.
I gotta travel by
When that
September.
want to get away rate is
Yeah.
that want
Yeah.
to get
We're
away.
taking a
out.
2-week
Alert.
vacation here at the B.M.I.
No, it's a family trip. We can remote now. I could pack up all this equipment. We could be out on the beach doing a live pod.
Just
I'll do a
not
tele-
drinking.
No, yeah, not me.
You could smuggle all your alcohol like you do on a
I-
cruise.
I will FaceTime in on
Yeah.
this one.
Nah, you just get the fake shampoo bottles off of Amazon. You fill it. You know what I mean? You go get some water from the store. Find a Walgreens. You know there's a Walgreens or a CVS.
But you're talking about the wrong problems though.
What?
I'm sure you can enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
but you might die. That's the problem.
No. I'm just saying we bring our
Just
own
can't
alcohol
drink
from here.
anything, eat
Yeah,
What
put
does
it in
that have to do with-
shampoo.
That's not the issue.
What if
Yeah,
it gets caught in
hold on.
customs?
They said that it's the alcohol that's killing people.
We
It
don't
says
know that.
bootleg alcohol.
We don't know that for a fact
Yeah.
because there's been no autopsies
I mean,
done.
we would have to know for a fact before I left. I don't care how cheap the flights get. I'm not. I'm not going to. I'm not going to the
Okay.
purge.
So What if you just don't drink any alcohol? Could you do that and go?
No, you couldn't.
Why the fuck would I do that? It's like
Asking a fucking
it's a
question.
vacation,
Because
bro.
it's the Dominican Republic. I
you
mean,
got
it's still an
white sand
island.
beach, you got flip flops on, you got the sun, and you got some water in your cup. That sounds terrible. No, thank you. Now, if the food
saying.
start killing people,
I think that might be part of it, though.
There's
But
a
what if
lot
you-
of people getting sick out there, though.
what if you? Yeah, well, there was that class. There was that high school class where there was like 100 and something kids that went to DR, and like 48 of them got sick.
Because think about, if just that many people are dying, how many people almost died or got sick or they caught it before? So I'm thinking it's
Yeah, caught it before though, but that would insinuate that.
I mean, not
they-
like
you know
before,
what I mean?
before, but like,
They caught it earlier.
yeah.
No, I know what you mean. I know. I
No,
know
I mean,
what
they
you mean.
caught, I mean, they caught that they were sick before they consumed more alcohol or food or whatever. Not like a long time ago, but they did the same thing the other victims did, but they just didn't do as much of it for whatever reason, and it was.
Well,
it
why,
wouldn't be.
why do you guys think it's taken so long for us to get an actual
'cause they're
reason
hiding
in
it. They're
toxicology?
hiding it.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
It's not
Yeah.
public information.
I think it's
that's all it
aliens.
I
is.
think they're delaying sending the bodies, though, too, aren't they?
Yeah, I did see something about that.
I think it's
Could
aliens.
be.
The country was, yeah. They were trying, probably because they want to have their individual, independent, so they could fight it
Yeah.
or whatever. And that's probably legal stuff too. So,
There
but
was
no,
all-
It's not aliens.
It's not
It's-
funny.
Oh, we
It's-
lost them in transport. They fell off the boat.
They fell into David
My
Jones'
bad.
locker.
My bad.
Oh, but here are the toxicology reports. They came back
Yeah,
fine.
those
Right,
survived.
they're fine.
They're fine.
Yeah, those survived.
Laminated and everything.
Looks
They
like they
weren't on
just
the
had high
bottom.
diabetes. They had high diabetes. They ate a bunch of cotton candy. It looks like their body just went in the shot.
One woman died from the shock of seeing her husband dead. That was the report.
But I don't believe those motherfuckers.
I don't know where that report came from. I don't know if that was who
The
did.
same doctor on that boat transporting
Yeah.
bodies back.
yeah, it's
That's
just,
crazy. That's a
the
heck
same
of a
dude
that's
that
a heck
say
of a
natural
cause.
causes.
That's like
Natural causes.
a
Yeah.
story writer in the Dominican Republic. They probably
Yeah.
enlisted him to, hey, let's write up some of these cause of deaths.
Tyler Perry presents
It's unbelievable.
the DR.
The cause of
Medea
death.
does DR.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. No jokes, no character. I don't know if I'd ever go. Period. At this point, because you guys are right. There are
think you're
so many
lying.
other places. There's so many
Yeah.
other places you could go. No, I'm being serious. I wouldn't. I don't think I
and I
would.
still think you're lying.
Fair
Ooh.
enough. Fair enough. I can't argue.
The
with that.
only thing that speaks to his soul is the price of it. So once it gets cheap enough, that'll be the real test.
Yeah.
Well, if their hotels become Motel 6 prices too, $49.99 for an all-inclusive resort. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I can't tell a lie. My ass be dipping in on the white sand beaches for sure.
I'll take my chances.
Yeah, let me get to like 55 first. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I could be like retired, and you know what I mean. Just let me know that you know what, I'm okay if I go. Let's go to DR. Let's gamble.
But then you got them taking out their own people though too. They got
Yeah, why you want to wait till you retire to go die in the DR drinking some faulty alcohol?
You gotta get that.
You should go now if you're going to do it. I mean,
When the mini bar kills you, you look at every other mini bar you've ever not touched. You be like,
Damn it.
because at an all inclusive, that's exactly the first thing I'm attacking is the mini bar because you've avoided it for 35 years.
Yeah.
I've
I-
avoided it.
When I went to the all-inclusive in Mexico, I don't think I even touched our mini bar. Oh, no, I got M&Ms out of it.
Those
I
because
think that
like
was it.
for
I
20
did once.
pesos you can get like a lunch with
Well,
the
we
beer.
was all-inclusive,
And
so I
there's-
could
yeah,
just
there's
go to the
all
pool, go to
inclusive.
the
Actual
bar.
free drinks
Yeah,
down there.
yeah,
Why have
they're
a
everywhere
shot
on the
of
beach.
some cheap
Because
ass
it's the
Bacardi?
mini bar. I
I would do the mini bar though.
I have
because
to. Yeah,
if
just
it's-
because I
I
couldn't
used
touch
the
it for
snacks.
everywhere.
I didn't use the alcohol.
When I got
we brought
married-
the alcohol back with us.
When I got married, we
Snacks.
went to it was at the Hyatt downtown, right across the street from the state capitol, right?
Show
And
fancy.
they a couple of my friends wind up getting a room there too because we were just gonna party, you know what I mean, making a night thing after the reception. And my boy never stayed in a hotel before. So he opened the mini bar, grabbed the M&Ms,
Oh, that's
and
where
everybody
it
was like
fucked
slow motion, like no. And he opened that shit, $15 for them fucking M&Ms.
Damn.
Jesus.
And I wanted to be like an all-inclusive resort at that moment. I'm tacking in that
Yeah.
mini bar.
See, the first time I went to an all-inclusive resort, I think I was like 19 or maybe 18. And
Yeah,
I
let me
had
preface
to.
this.
I had to take a shot from the mini bar because it.
I've never
You
been
were
to
legal
an
there.
all-inclusive.
Yeah. and he wanted to. Like it's there, and
Yeah.
and like Zero says, you would never think to touch a minibar in the States because you knew that shit was expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Why
going
are
there and
M&Ms
having like a shot, I
$15,
did it.
assholes.
But you go downstairs
Ridiculous.
and they make real drinks for you for free
Ghost.
too.
Because we know that BK and Rio have. Have you ever been to an all-inclusive resort?
No.
And I think I never have either. And I think that might be the only reason why I would consider going to DR.
And it makes
There's
more
so
sense.
many places that
Yeah,
you could have an all.
everywhere.
No,
it's
no,
all-
no.
Not gonna kill you.
But if it's only $49.99, not many places that you could stay in a suite for $49.99. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But there's-
that's why. I mean, if the flight and the hotel price is $59.99,
You just
I'll
gotta
see you guys
find
in a
that.
week. If I might see you
Catch
guys
zero
in a week.
You might not.
or not.
it
Either in a
makes
body
sense.
bag or.
Let me just write out how I want all my belongings to be divvied up by the podcast.
Have a will.
Hey man, if I don't make it back, Ghost, you can have the screen. Rio, you'll have the mixer. you guys can each keep your mic.
Go on
I want them
vacation.
bronze though.
See, I wouldn't
In my
want to think
memory.
about that possibility of going on vacation. It's supposed to be relaxing, having fun, but I might not come back.
Yeah.
That's in the back of my mind. Even if I go in 2023, it's probably gonna be
Just
in
to
the back of my
DR
mind.
or anywhere?
DR, no, DR.
Just checking.
Yeah,
Because Mexico's a little rough right now
Mexico
too.
is yeah.
They are having a lot of like a lot
You
of
gotta go to highly.
violence on.
You gotta go to Cancun or something.
No, they're having a lot of
No.
violence on the Cancun
Yeah,
and
that's where
Cabo
most
San
of it
Lucas.
is.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they say a lot. There's a lot of stories, but it's not. I mean,
I don't think it's every day and consistent,
Yeah.
but when the stories come out, people you know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm not
Because all
testing
you're trying to do is get those resorts for cheaper, right? Like let's say there is a shooting once at Cabo San Lucas. Everybody's we're going to populate that by, hey, if you guys want us to come. It could just be a random fucking thing, you know what I mean? But we're going to sit there and be like, hey, well, if you guys want us to come, you're going to have to go ahead and lower those prices. It sounds dangerous down there.
Yeah.
But, DR is going to wind up doing that.
Well, they have
DR is
to.
going to be like, hey,
All inclusive is a perfect way to kill as many people too, because when you go there, you go hard as fuck on
hell yeah.
everything.
Hell yeah. A cruise
Sure
ship?
do.
Can you imagine
Yeah, or
a
a
cruise
cruise
ship?
ship, yeah.
If you imagine a cruise ship,
With
because you would
free
be able to
booze.
just go in the room
See, I
and
would
just.
do. I would
with
do a
free
cruise
booze.
there and stay on the boat. Yeah, I've been in Dominican Republic.
Only eat or drink on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Or you can still get off and do the
That makes
zip
sense.
lining,
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
snorkeling. I'm
can
not
still
gonna
see.
snorkel, but you know the stuff.
still
that-
see
the
hiking. You can hike.
Dang.
Huh?
Can you
No.
swim? You have a pool, though.
I know.
You've never been able to swim at all?
He just dips
I mean,
his
I
toes
can,
in
I
there.
can, I can, like, I can
Sits on the
swim.
side.
Like if I'm swimming
Kicks
from
his-
somewhere to another place, I can swim. But like treading water,
Okay.
so
Treading
Okay.
water is difficult though.
Not me. I'm fat, so I'm buoyant.
I got.
I just lay on
and
my
don't
back
float.
and I'm good.
Yeah, I don't float. So
Yes, I don't either.
so that doesn't help.
Treading water
So I
takes a
can't
lot
just-
of effort.
See, I can.
No, I can't do that.
I've never
I
heard
sink.
of somebody just not floating.
That's
I
what
think
everybody
it's
says.
bullshit.
No, black people, a lot of
I
black
told
people
you I
can't
didn't
float.
float.
I think it's bullshit.
Why would you think? Why would you?
That's what people say. You know, I really,
Everybody
I've tried.
fucking floats.
No,
I don't
I
float.
took.
I don't
Everybody
float.
floats.
You don't
I
float.
took. I don't float. I sink. When I was younger, I took lessons. I tried. It was a couple of days, but like, even the teacher was like holding me. Nope. Like, well,
Buff ass. You just a buff nigga. That's
well,
why.
well, so
see,
I
I
don't know what
can't
to
not
do.
call you a nigga, but you a buff nigga.
I'll take that one. I won't take the other context. I don't want that. I don't want the other I don't want to say his name, but I don't
I'm
want
trying
that
to
context.
eliminate it, but sometimes it just rolls off the tongue like a George Gervin finger roll.
But yeah, I'd go to some hiking and drive the golf carts and zip line and stuff like that. But then I'd get back on the ship.
If you wanted to kill people, a cruise ship is the best. If you kill them motherfuckers, you'd be like, oh,
Get
now
that plague.
Now I'm not.
they all
gonna go
got
on a
off
cruise.
on St. Lucia. We couldn't find them, so we just left. I don't know what to tell you.
Not a bad place to get left though.
Now, if you're dead,
I mean,
any place is
unless
bad.
It's not killing you. I'm talking about just
I'm just saying.
not letting you back on the ship. I'm not talking about killing you.
I'm just saying, if DR wanted to be like a cruise ship,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Dinner theater. Who died?
Murder
But it's
mystery.
real.
Murder
Yeah, but it's
mystery.
real.
Oh, that's not an actor? Shit.
It's crazy. Is there anything else before halftime we need to get to? Did anybody see The Lion's Share? Lion's Share is a documentary about the guy who created like the Hanya Patinya whenever
Cheese on the side.
Lion King.
Yeah. He didn't get real paid. He didn't get paid off of that. They stole it.
Damn.
But Disney also, anybody who works
They're coming back out with that.
anybody who works in the Disney resort gets free admission and tuition to University of Central Florida.
Is that
So?
just for
That's
Disney
pretty
World?
dope.
It's
I don't know if it's for Disneyland, but I know it includes Disney World.
probably World because that's where it
No,
is.
it's not Disneyland.
Where
I
would you send
figure,
them? Where
but-
you send them for Disneyland?
Central
though?
Florida.
Huh?
You send them to Disneyland, just like
Pepperdine. I don't know. Just
Irvine.
no, you wouldn't send them to Irvine.
no, that's a UC school. They
Yeah,
probably send
that's
it to-
a
nice
big that's a hard school to get into. It'd have to be because University of Central Florida is one of the biggest public schools ever.
I think it's the
in the
I think
nation.
it's the biggest.
Yeah.
the most people.
So their acceptance rates is easy. So you'd have to send them to like
It can't be USC or UCLA.
no,
It can't be
you have
like
to pay to
San
get
Luis
those.
Obispo. It can't be. Any of that
You
stuff.
got to pay a lot,
I don't know.
apparently.
Long Beach.
Yep, Long Beach State.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you can
San
put them
Diego
in Long
State.
Beach. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
There you go. Nice job.
But shout out to Disney for stealing and making it better.
yeah. And pay
What?
Alibaba, whatever his name is.
It's
You gotta pay.
Aladdin, not Lion King.
You gotta pay.
Shit together.
You gotta pay. 'Cause they're coming back out with the movie. So how you gonna not pay them?
Yeah, I know. I feel
That's true. That's true.
You can't have
Give
that song.
them, give them some royalties.
royalties.
They only
royalties.
played 17 seconds of it in the new one just so they didn't have to pay the royalties. You have to
Probably.
make it to 20.
That is a false. People say you could play 10 seconds of a song, and when I did research for this to start this podcast, that is a myth.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't hear no licensed music on this
It's
show.
a certain amount, like an actual song.
No.
It's like 2 bars. No, and if you're using an actual song, you can use someone.
The only way you could get away with playing a song if you're commentating about the song.
Well, I mean, like an actual song. Like if you're making a song, if you're an artist,
Yeah.
and you're using like a piece of the hook or a piece of the verse, you can use a certain amount and not have to get it cleared, the sample cleared. I thought it was like
Not have
2
to
or
be
4
counted as
bars
a
or
writer.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jay-Z when T.I. used his Dama Hustler or
Bring them out.
Bring Him Out. Yeah, you didn't have to. I don't think he had to declare that because Jay-Z came out later. It was like keep my name out here because then Cassidy had the
Yeah.
same. So I think it's a certain amount. Like give me the loot. Like they don't have to.
One of the podcasts I listen to has a whole episode on stolen music like that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I don't think you have to do it. Like yeah, but I don't know.
Me
That's
neither.
what I thought.
I mean, yeah. So, New Year's family trip, DR, huh, guys?
No.
Negative.
You paying?
If it's $49.99.
If you paying, I'll go. I'll just not drink alcohol. That's fine with me.
See, I don't know if that's what's killing people. I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced of anything.
Yeah.
That's just what they're saying.
Yeah.
And then there was a video. Some lady poured some like alcohol in and it started to
Just over
solidify.
ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started to solidify when she stirred it and stuff. I don't know.
Didn't it foam up all kinds of crazy?
Yeah, they said it was like acetone and like something else in the alcohol.
Maybe they're trying to preserve. They're bringing it from somewhere and trying. I don't know what that.
I think they're trying
Maybe
to
they're getting
refine
it from-
there, and it's just not going through the same process that it would normally go
Yeah.
through.
What if they're just getting it from like AliExpress? Like
That's
getting
probably
like,
what it is.
They're just getting like bootleg liquor and bootleg
Yeah.
like jerseys.
Yeah.
It's some bootleg Jordans. Just trying to
Like,
get
do
everything.
you not know the
That's
rules
what I
of
think.
moonshine? Come on, figure it out.
The demand,
what I
I
think
guess,
it is.
summertime demand. They're probably just trying to make it themselves, like you
Yeah.
said, and not. They're forgetting. They don't know about the whole process.
Yeah.
And then you just
just
mix
trying
these.
to raise, you know what I mean? Just trying to raise their profits.
Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be a steep decline. It's working for not right now, but it's gonna be a steep decline in the next couple
The
months.
medical profession is doing great right now.
In your hospital,
The
they're gonna be
coroner
busy.
is making
yeah, the
bank.
funeral homes are making
Yeah,
the shipping. UPS is making a lot too. You gotta ship those bodies home.
yeah.
crazy.
Air Dominican Republic for flights out is probably gonna be making a lot of money too.
Yeah. We
Oh
got
yeah,
extra
no, there's a
cargo.
spike in those. There's a spike in
spike in
those.
that.
To leave early, $7,500.
Exactly.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you want to fly for tomorrow? Ooh.
Your casket's over 50 pounds. That's going to be an extra charge.
Did you guys see? There was a guy. We talked about the Snapchat filters and how women were making themselves look like men and men were like making themselves look like women. There was a guy somewhere in Southern California. I want to say like Salinas or something like that, and he created a face that looked like a woman, and he would put it on like Tinder. And he said he was 18, and when people would message him, he said he was like 16. And they actually arrested a police officer in like Salinas, California for like he was using it to like to lure
Catfish people.
to lure pedophiles. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Dateline, what was that show?
yeah.
To Catch a Predator.
To catch a predator.
There you
Those
go.
shits are.
I saw a
hilarious.
couple of those, and it is.
That shit's hilarious.
It's just not funny, but it's kind of.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. He's like, wait, that was, and they deny. That's the
And
first.
then eat the. I love when they eat the food. They start eating the pizza. Like, yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, I was fine. Oh, so you weren't coming here to sleep with her? No, I wanted to tell her what she was doing was dangerous.
Yeah, and then the text. Yeah, the text. They were like, "What about this message?" When you said what you were
Yeah.
gonna do specifically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's number one. Fuck Snapchat. And fuck all these filters. Number two, I'm okay with people
What, did
catching
you not like the
pedophiles.
way you looked as a woman?
No, I'm not doing it. Number one, my sister did it.
Did
My
she?
sister did it and sent me a picture. She was like, "Hey, we're twins." I was like, "We look the same anyway."
We
If you just grew a
share
beard,
DNA, honey.
if you grew a beard and got fat, you samesies, bro. Like we look the same. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys would have heard her on this, but she was black and didn't show up to the episode. Can't do nothing together. See that? Then I saw her and she was like, "Hey, when I'm gonna be on again, nigga? What?
Again.
What?
Again. You weren't on the first time. Hang on.
Yeah, all right, all right. My mom wants to be on really bad. My mom wants to be on really bad. My brother was on, but we couldn't use the audio. It was just really bad audio. I didn't want to put it out there. But my mom really wants to be on. She has
Have to be
been.
more
She's
respectful.
pressing.
She's got some stuff. To get off
Yeah,
her
she got
chest.
some stuff to get off her chest. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah,
So remember
you
that
should
one
bow
time you
out.
used to pee in your pants?
yeah. You're not gonna
Is this a video?
You're not winning no arguments.
No.
in that one. She's got too much ammo.
No, yeah, yeah. She was, remember that one time you got caught kissing that dude? Like, what? What? You were like 3, remember? You used to kiss boys? I was like, what? She just would have some bunch of shit that I wouldn't even remember either. And I couldn't even dispute.
Couldn't.
Couldn't even dispute. You used to shit in your pants all the time in kindergarten. I don't remember that.
Let
Clean
me
it
tell
up.
you.
August 27th, I had to leave work, post 6 hours of work.
Come down and change your Pokemon undies.
Yeah. No. Pokemon was way
don't
after
know.
that. No, I was Ninja Turtles, baby.
G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Transformers, robots in disguise.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Little Boy undies.
You have one.
Yeah, but he doesn't like the cartoons. He likes boxer briefs. Likes to be like daddy.
Nice.
No, boxer briefs are terrible as an adult.
It depends.
No, you're skinny. See, you're skinny. So you got a lot more. You have a lot more advantages that you don't know. You have skinny
I
privileges.
don't know.
You got skinny privileges. Rio, what's it like to be on a plane? Because it's terrifying to me. I feel like I'm way too big for my seat.
Well,
I feel like I'm bothering the person
I
next
don't
to
like
me.
the plane. I'm too tall, so I can't get comfortable on a
That's right.
plane.
That's right.
It's kind of
You could buy the extra legroom seat though.
no, you can't. Well, you have to. A
Not
lot of
on
the airlines
Southwest, you can't.
booking online now. They don't let you choose your seat as often. A lot of airlines don't let you choose your seat. You have to get You have to get the fire exit to get the more legroom,
But then you
or
don't
obviously
lean
be in
back.
like business class or something. But you can't choose it a lot of times.
Has anybody here ever flown first class?
No.
Nope.
Man, we have some broke bitches.
Yeah.
But if I was
Soon, though.
if I was in
Soon.
if you're going, which I never want to fly in uniform, but if you fly in uniform and somebody falls out, the first people they'll ask for is
Service members.
veterans,
Yeah.
and they'll let you go to first class all the time.
Yep.
So have you ever flown it though?
My mom all the time, just for that reason, just to get
Yeah.
upgraded. But it's on there though. It's on the list though. But first class, when you're going somewhere close, like if we're going to Vegas or we're going to Utah or something, just places that are close.
First of
Idaho.
all, we're taking Southwest, and there's no first class.
Well, also there's no first class period because there's a business class which is like you get the leg room, but you get it's only an hour or two flight. To get first class you want to fly probably 3 hours plus, or else there's really no first class. It's just a business class. You don't really get the full
I've never been broken down.
Like
'cause
I'm
my
going-
grill, you know.
I'm going through
Emirates.
multiple time zones. I
I'm
would
going
like
Emirates.
some
Yeah.
room.
Oh, Emirates is on the bucket list.
Going
I don't know
Emirates.
where I have to go to
You know,
go
Fly
on
Dubai
Emirates.
is supposed to be even better. Emirates is supposed to be like one of the lower ones.
Yeah, but
They're both from.
Yeah.
They're both from Dubai.
Because you're supposed to get your
this-
own little
I guess
plane
this-
suite.
this only applies to BK because she's the only woman in the room. Would you go to Dubai and let a man shit on your stomach for like $40,000?
I had 2 responses, and I'm not sure which one to let go.
The first one.
My first one was, ugh.
Okay, that's probably.
The
Second
second
one was like,
one was
yeah.
it solid?
Yeah.
Okay. It's so. I'm sure that could be negotiated. I'm sure the non-solid. I gotta go. You gotta get 75,000. Price.
That's number one. That doesn't answer my question at all.
It kind of does.
It doesn't. So if it's solid, then
Everybody's
it's
got
yes.
their
It
price.
means there's a number.
So
It
if
means
it's
there's a
solid, then
number.
yes.
That's what that means.
How much money was it?
$40,000. They were paying women to pee and poop on them and have sex with them.
Oh, I have to do it on them?
No.
Not them do it on me?
No, they were doing it on
No.
them. They were doing it on
No.
them.
I think it was the other way around.
No.
They were paying women to go on them. I thought.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's not the stories I've read.
Okay.
It's not the stories I've read.
I'm sure.
So maybe
I'm sure
there
both
is.
happened.
case?
I'm sure you can
both
find
happened.
that in the
Book
States.
it.
Sure, both happened.
I'm sure. Yeah, I would do it. I'll
Right?
shit all
Book
over you.
it.
What you want? What you want? I'll drink milk before. I'll eat a bunch of solids. I'll get, you know what I mean? Whatever you need.
Corn on the cob.
Yeah. I'll use that Snapchat filter and turn it to a women real quick. Shit all over you.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's nasty.
So you would do it.
I don't know about for 40K. That seems a little low.
What's the number? 100,000. 6 figures.
Are they paying my trip there too?
Yeah.
Oh, they do, definitely do.
They put
They
you
fly
in
you
a
there.
first class. They put you in a suite in Dubai. They put you in everything. It's first class everything.
Fly Emirates, 100K, expenses paid for there.
And
How
all the
long does it
food
gotta
you can
stay
eat.
on me?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. We'll say
don't
30
know.
minutes.
That's
That's a long time.
That's a
You gotta
marinade.
dry up on you, get all crusty.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, 10 minutes. 30 minutes. No,
gotta live
just
with
lay
it.
there. Just lay there.
That's crazy.
That would require me getting in the mind of somebody that I can't fucking think like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
So
how
I
long.
can't answer
Yeah, I don't know
that.
how long. I don't have that much money. Number
Yeah.
one, so I can't
Right.
think of dumb shit to do with it. Literally.
Literally some
Yeah.
shit.
So it had to stay on you. It just had to land on you, and he had to like see it,
And then they're
you
like-
can wipe it off.
And then like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
And-
100K,
until he
all
walked
expenses.
away.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's fine. Don't say it's fine. Like
fine.
it's just.
No, it's fine. it's fine.
I guess it's. up to
But
you.
going to DR is crazy.
Right.
Well, you live.
But
to
I
that
could die
experience.
there.
You come back
This
with
is just
100K.
poop.
Yeah.
That's true.
You come back.
I've
with
already
100K.
had my son's pooped on me. It's just part of parental.
Yeah, but that's not
Passage.
another man with a beard.
Getting off on it.
That would be.
That's a weird fetish.
I
never
don't have
would
to
like.
get off on it.
I've never
I'm
looked
just
at my
there to
shit and
get
was
paid.
If there was a woman in here right now, she'd be getting pounded. I've never looked at my shit and had those two thoughts.
I never connected those two dots.
Me neither.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
And the fact that, you know what I mean, like women were going out there and doing it. I mean, you know what I mean? Instagram models got an Instagram model. I feel you. But
Well, BK said 100K gets it done.
what's the lowest you do it for? 75.
Well, you've already set the bar at 100K.
The lowest would be 100K. We can only go up from there, my guy.
Six
Fair enough.
figures.
Fair enough.
Do what you gotta do.
Huh.
That's a
Do
that's a year.
what you
That's
gotta
annual.
do, dude.
That's annual. That's a year you're living good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the expenses of travel.
Plus you get a bucket list. Well,
What? Okay.
Wow.
What's
two
your-
bucket
what's
lists.
on-
Theirs and your fly
What if
Dubai.
we-
Your
what if
fly
we
Dubai
flip it?
bucket
Just making
list.
somebody happy.
We flip it. A lady is going to do the same thing for you guys. What's the lowest? I'm saying 50K.
I knew you were gonna be low.
Yeah,
I
the
knew.
low
I thought
baller.
you were gonna say $50.
A 7 foot wingspan.
I was about to say $50 at a Popeye 7-footer. Woo!
Hang on, let me go get my wallet. Let me see
I
how
just
much
can't eat.
cash.
I got to eat it before though. I got to eat the Popeyes before.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know. It's 50,000 wouldn't. 50,000 wouldn't. But if you had it in cash
No,
and
but-
you sent me a picture of it, Like you're a FaceTime, like, oh, this whole brick could be yours.
And the flight.
I think about it.
Remember
yeah.
the flight.
Oh yeah, it
Dubai.
has
You
to
get to
be.
get the bucket list.
Yeah.
So or Fly Emirates.
And then I'll be able. It's all inclusive. I'll probably be able to hit the mini bar, so I'll be able to strike off
Ooh.
two
That's two
things off the list.
lists. That's a BOGO.
I still,
Don't
I
forget
think, I
about
think it
them,
still
though.
have to be.
It's still their bucket list.
I still have to have it. I still have to buy a Tesla and have enough money to live okay. Like so, it have
not
to
gonna
be
be
like.
okay.
Why do you
have-
gotta quit
Yeah,
your
but you
job?
finance the
No,
Tesla.
I'm not even quitting. No, I want to buy the Tesla cash.
You gotta finance it.
I want to buy the Tesla.
You got to give up something. You got
Make
to
your
finance
payment
the
late
Tesla.
at least once.
Put a strong down payment.
I guess my threshold would probably be like a 75,000.
Oh, see, that
Yeah.
gets rid of the Tesla argument. Then 'Cause
Yeah, you can't even.
No,
get
you can buy a Tesla for 60.
you said and live comfortable.
Not retire. I'm just saying have enough where you know what I mean. Wherever I
That's
want
a
it
full
to.
amount for a Tesla. That's how much they cost.
No, you get a Tesla right now for like 4,000. It's not 40,000. They're
was
not.
like
They're not the great one. They're not the Model S.
You're not going to get that one.
But they're the ones that the fire department
You're not
can
getting
get
the
into.
Tesla 3. You're not getting the hatchback
the ugly
Tesla.
one.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're
I
not-
would.
I don't ever see those.
I might get low. I'll get a used one. Fuck out of here.
Where? You know, you sell Teslas. They might, I guess, but
Yeah, they do.
it would be like a refinished.
Yeah, I'll take
the one
I'll
from
take
space.
it.
the one that caught fire.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's hot. It's a hot deal. It's a hot deal. No, I think I probably would do if you pay and I was able to choose the hotel and fly Emirate first class, have that little independent room, and it was only on me. It like hit me, and
With the sound
Sound
effect.
effects.
If it's hitting that hard, no, thank you. I'm not trying to get.
fine.
That's
That's
definitely
fine.
a
I
I'm
don't
not
solid.
trying to cramp
Nah.
ribs. Trying
no, I'm okay with that. I don't want the
Projectile
waterfall.
shit.
I'll take the hot over the waterfall.
Yeah,
that
but
motherfucker might hit and then roll off.
That sounds like
I'm
a brick.
okay with that.
That sounds like a brick hit you though.
Yeah, I'm taking it. So I'm 75, 60, 80.
Oh, you went down to 60. I
you-
heard that.
Yeah, he was at 50. He started at 50.
Like
That's-
if you're listening,
How good?
75,
his number is
he's
not
loose.
solid.
He's loose with it.
Yeah, I'm 75. I'm flexible. I'm not married to anything. I told you. I'm not married to anything. What about you, Ghost? What's the
I
amount?
think I'm with BK. I think 6 figures, just something about it. That's got to be it. I feel
That's
like
gotta be
100.
that's gotta be the
That's gotta
minimum.
be. That's got to be it.
Well, okay. What if
You keep
what if
trying
it's
to throw
125 but you fly coach?
No.
I'd rather just fly the. That's a long time. You got to realize I don't like flying coach. Period. So I'm gonna fly to Dubai coach. Oof.
Yeah. No.
See, what you
So-
guys got to do is take the 125, but require a deposit so you could upgrade yourself to first class, and then you still get the extra money.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
because that flight would only be like $1,000. So you're still coming out. No, the upgrade only be $1,000. I think so.
When's the
you're
last time
thinking
you looked
upgrade.
up flights?
Yeah, you're
I
thinking
look them up
upgrade.
all the time. I look them up all the time.
You're looking
I
at
would love to go
you're
here.
looking at upgrade if you're flying to Florida or something. You realize you're flying across the country.
Even if it's $2,000 though, even if it's $5,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be more than like.
it's not going to be more than the money
yeah.
you put in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
So I like real scheme. I
do
like real
the
scheme.
deposit.
Yeah.
What's Rio's number? What's your?
Yeah, what's your number?
I honestly don't know if I could do it. I have a really bad gag reflex when it comes to shit.
That's fine. That's
when
probably
I-
part of the.
Yeah, that's what he wants. He wants that
yeah.
chain
pay,
reaction.
Yeah.
To pay extra.
Wait, you
Oh,
said
he's got way
wait,
more talent than I do.
You threw another wrench in there. You said he.
No, she.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
you threw
she.
another wrench. I was
My
like,
bad.
wait a minute.
No. You couldn't pay me. No. You couldn't pay me less than $1
Wait a
million.
minute.
You couldn't pay me less than $1 million for a guy.
But I mean,
Shit.
Nah, but you got no.
No, I don't want.
Different.
Yeah, but to look at a hairy
Well.
asshole while it happens, no, I won't do it. Do you guys want me to tell you? Never mind.
Nope. Nope.
That's your second biggest fear.
No,
We don't want to hear.
my
So
second-
your number is maybe not. Wouldn't do it.
yeah.
No.
I mean,
there-
when I change,
what's the number where it starts to become a thinking?
I don't know. I honestly don't know because when I changed back when my son wore diapers and I'd change his diaper, I used to gag when I'd change his diaper.
His diapers
and I
are
and I
nasty.
still do it.
That's
I still
worse
do it
than.
to this day. Like when
adults, though.
if he requires any assistance in
But-
there and I have to go in there and it stinks too bad,
Come
I'll
wipe
start.
my ass.
Same with dog shit. I'll gag.
It's okay
I
that
don't
you're
know.
gagging though, because you're not going to
But
die, right?
I know
The
but-
humility is what they're after. You might get a bonus.
But you don't understand how I feel when
Okay, fair enough.
Like
get it.
that
Yeah.
shit is nasty.
Makes
Like,
sense.
It's
Nasty.
gross.
What about?
And
what
I
about-
don't know if because I'd probably throw
about
up
somebody
if
peeing on
somebody
you?
That's what I was about to say.
if someone
What about
shit on
pee?
me, I'm probably throwing up.
They probably wouldn't mind.
What
And
about
then
the-
I'm
Yeah.
asking for more because that's a trick.
You're asking for
Yeah, that's
more?
what I know. That's what I'm saying. You could charge more.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
you're gonna ask for more, like for them to go more. I was like, wait a minute. Come on, I gotta get over this.
Now it smells like
Another
throw up in
log.
here. Will you shit again?
Come on. But what about
You
pee?
didn't even eat yesterday.
What if someone urinated? What would the? I'm sure the price would be lower anyways.
Yeah,
But
liquid gold.
Oh.
like golden.
I
That
think
happens
you-
here though. They're not. You're not gonna. I mean, that's not even legit.
No, I don't care if it happens here. You still have to pay me to.
No, I'm saying it's
You know
not
what I mean?
gonna.
I-
Like
I'm-
that. The buy thing is happening.
Yes.
But the pee thing, they just do that. They just find a place. near
Yeah,
them.
people do
They
it for
find
free.
a local.
People do it
local
for free.
station.
Yeah.
Or go. Yeah.
People do it for free. So yeah,
It'd
Yeah,
have
that's
to be
crazy.
a lot of money though. Still, yeah. I don't know. I think even to be peed on, I'd still have to get paid. Like, I think I'd be at about 50 to 60 grand.
Okay.
For
That's
peeing
about
on
me
you?
too.
That's reasonable. Yeah.
I think that's about me too. I honestly, I don't see a difference between pee or poop. To be honest with you,
No.
on my skin,
I do.
I
I
don't.
do.
I
Yeah,
don't.
there's a
If somebody shitted on me or somebody peed on me, I still feel like I have to go through an acid wash bath and peel off the top layer of my skin. Like I need a
Just
chemical
pour
peel.
some DR alcohol on your body.
Yeah, I'm going to get a chemical peel.
The smell alone makes.
Right? Did they have
Makes one worse,
asparagus the
yeah.
night the night before?
Yo, that's wild.
All right. It's too much.
That's too
That-
much. We just talked
that-
about.
No,
that-
I'm just
shitting
saying
on
in
your
general.
shit.
Like just
Too
full
much
set.
to imagine.
The price goes up if you're eating asparagus.
Yeah.
All right, word. Yeah, that's okay.
There's escalators. In
Yeah,
the
there's
deal.
escalators. It's like an NFL contract. If I make the All Pro team,
Incentives.
there's a $75,000 kicker. If you asparagus, corn. Yeah, there's kickers. Yeah, there's kickers in there. I need the contract signed too.
In blood.
Yeah, I need to make sure.
Notarized.
You need to pay me 75% up front, and then the other 25 afterwards, in order to get me on the flight.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You running off on the plug if he sends you the deposit? Real running
those,
off.
Those dudes will probably kill you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
They got enough money and no jurisdiction, no
Yeah.
fears of extradition that they'll probably kill you, and they wouldn't even care. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a break here, and you can listen to this boho ad. And I want to say shout out to Facebook listeners. There was like 2.5 thousand listeners on the last episode, so shout out to you guys.
Hey y'all.
We'll be back after these messages.
This episode is brought to you by the Bad Kitty T-Shirt Boutique. Cute and sassy t-shirts, tank tops, and other boho-inspired accessories. With multiple styles for men, women, and children, everyone has a place at the Bad Kitty T-Shirt Boutique. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Can't live with them, can't send them all to Mexico.
Dominican Republic now.
I don't want you to die. I just want you to survive on your own. I want to kill you. Almost get into heaven.
No, they should send R. Kelly to Dominican Republic.
Just let him do it.
He should be the official
Just let him
alcohol
sing at
tester.
every funeral. Just let him sing at
Yeah.
every funeral.
Yeah, his mini bar.
I believe I can fly. And everyone just starts crying again.
Keep his mini bar plentiful.
Yeah.
Keep the
that
Hennessy.
stocked.
Keep
Yeah.
the Hennessy.
Keep
Don't
that
bring your
stocked.
daughter to the funeral though.
Well, now she's over 18. She's fine. All right, welcome back to the Brilliant Minds of Idiots. Hope you like that ad. Boho season. Just here, we just had summer solstice. Huh?
Nice.
Yeah. So now the days are getting shorter from here on out.
I know.
That sucks.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I like being sunny till 9 p.m.
It is
I
rough
don't
for
like
kiddo bedtime.
I like it.
It's rough for my bedtime.
Yeah, mine too.
I'm not going to bed. What time do you guys all go to bed?
9:30.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that. I'm kind of in that realm actually too.
Oh wow.
I'm just up at 3 a.m. because I can't sleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that one time where I get like a full like sleep day, and I'm so tired when I wake up. That's the reason why I go to sleep early. If I, you know what I mean. Some people are like, oh, just go to sleep at 1 or 11, and then you'll wake up at 5. That's not how it works for me.
Yeah, that's not how it works. My body's still tired.
Yeah. So there'll be a day where I sleep like 10 hours, and when that day hits, I'm so glad I went to sleep at 9. So, what about you, Ghost? What time you go to sleep? Because you got the bitches out late. You got the fifth meal.
I got a candidate for the love of ghosts too.
Ooh, she got all her teeth.
Huh?
She got all her teeth.
Yeah, and a good job. And
Oh, she's striking from the record.
She said she's
Yeah, she actually doesn't qualify.
She's not eligible.
you're overqualified. I'll get like 11:30,
How early do you get up though?
like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
How early for you, Rio?
Same. I wake up at 4:30 every day.
about 5:15.
See, I wake up at 5, and I leave the house at 6 because I still get to work like 30, 40 minutes before my shift.
Me too. I don't like to rush in the mornings,
Me neither.
so I get up early.
Yeah. You guys, but you, BK and Rio, you guys have kids. So what time you guys wake up on the weekend?
6.
7.
Yeah,
I
see,
slept-
that's the rough.
lucky.
Yeah, that's
I
a rough
slept
way.
in.
That's
I
rough.
slept in today in 7:30.
Ooh, you
Bonus.
did sleep in.
So yeah, that's what I mean by like BK. She's like,
Well, they get
you wake up the same time no matter what day it is.
You gotta teach him how to
Don't matter.
make his Cheerios.
Oh, he knows. he knows.
And then you
Shoot,
sleep
he made
until
me a
like
sandwich
9.
the other day. It was
Oh, nice.
glorious.
Nice.
Mama, I'm gonna make a sandwich. You want one?
Yeah,
The fuck I do, yeah.
I like that.
Giving me options. You want your bread toasted?
Yes.
Gotta
Sure.
Get him in the kitchen.
Yeah. He's my little sous chef. He'll chop garlic like nobody's business.
Oh, nice. You got him off to a good start.
So while we were gone, there was the development of a profile on Twitter called Dick Yelp.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so what
That's
they
a
would,
yolk. Is that what?
No, Dick Yelp.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what they would do is just send the reviews of these random dudes, and there were some, some
Celebrities.
celebrities. Drake was on there.
Of course he was.
Well, there was I think it was
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. They said that whenever he finishes, he starts to smell musty. And multiple women corroborated the story.
Didn't they also say he was trash though?
They did.
That's so sad.
Wow.
They
I don't
did.
care.
But I don't know what that means, though.
Right?
I don't know what that means.
I'm
He
not
could just be
mad
like,
at it.
you know
It
what I
could
mean?
just be because he kicked him out after.
No, I think he also could be like, it's Tuscaloosa. I'm just trying to get this off and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like he's not working you as if you're Janet Jackson. You're not putting his all. You're not putting his back into
I'm
it.
saying if he called
giving you the
if he
B
called
game.
if he called you an Uber after
That's
and made you leave,
classy.
they're probably not gonna give you as high of a rating as if you let him
Cuddle.
stay. Yeah. I'm just saying that could
I
affect
mean, I hear
their
you.
rating.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear the spitefulness. Women aren't really known for being spiteful, but no, that was a lie. I lied.
Even
We
I
all
look
knew
at
that was
you
a lie.
funny.
That was a lie.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink,
I know.
nudge,
I know.
nudge.
Rio didn't make a comment.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Rio's like, yeah, I'm here nor there on that.
Yeah.
Plead the
Next
fifth.
question.
Yeah, I'm over here on that.
He's just over here.
Oh shit. My issue with the taking trash after a one night stand. It's a one night stand. You ever had a good experience on a one night stand?
Yeah.
For you.
Yes.
I guess the women is less likely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, it's definitely less likely.
I mean, yeah, sure.
You're going for the finish. We don't always get that on a one night stand.
See an open lane, you got to finish. You got to dunk it. You
Just
see an
saying.
open lane, you got to do it.
Just because they're a celebrity doesn't make them any
But
different.
how does everybody feel about the ethics behind a dick yelp?
I think it's hilarious.
obviously.
It's kind of messed
That's-
up.
that's
A little bit.
probably-
It's kind of messed up.
As a guy, yeah, that's
That's
all I
kind of
can
messed up.
think.
And there is a pussy
Like,
yelp.
damn.
Yeah.
And it's just not going the same way.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's not. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not.
The women give like full paragraph answers. The dudes be like, "Yo,
It's
I had
speaking
sex
acronyms.
with.
It's speaking acronyms.
Yo, I
It
hooked
was
up with
good.
so and so. Her mouth was trash. Her vagina was trash. Her head game was trash. She's trash." Like the women's be like, "Oh, so I met
Details, yeah.
I
All
met,
the
I met
details,
Joe
yeah.
Budden after the show, and he
deets.
was talking to everybody. But when it was my turn, I looked and I was like, God damn."
Yeah.
The Joe Budden one did say he went into an angry rant, so she left. So she left.
That
Thought
sounds-
makes
shit-
sense.
That
Sounds
shit's on
right.
par. That shit's on
Sounds
par.
right. I didn't actually
one's
see
real.
any of the actual.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can pull.
I saw it, but I didn't see any of the actual.
That's
I saw that it was a thing. I didn't see any of that.
Because ethically, I mean, because
Stories.
what if you? I mean, I guess if you know now that dick yelp is a thing, and you see all these random dudes getting caught up in it, then you kind of, if you're on a one night stand, you kind of got to get you got to put all the effort in now, because you just never know who's
Right?
gonna
Who's gonna
review
rate?
you.
That's too
the
much.
thing, though.
That's
If
too
you're-
much
if you're
pressure.
Joe
Who's gonna
Budden.
rate and subscribe?
Yeah, that's too much pressure for
Being
me.
Joe Budden's different
I
than
don't
being
think-
like Joe Smith, who nobody knows. You know, I think it only.
No, not when they can at you, because you're assuming that you're friends and some girls that you're kind of like trying to like
Aren't
what I
on-
mean
aren't-
shoot
Yeah,
at.
or they could look you up.
No,
On
that
the
they're
site.
on, and
Right.
you've been tagged in something, and then everybody. I saw a dude because it was
Tagging
just
me from
doing.
what?
They tag you in the review. It's not anonymous. They're like, "Yo, I see at Rio B.M.I show 916." Like it's very specific on who they are. So you can't just you can't just walk away from it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
That's too
So you
much.
have to kind of
That's
put.
too much.
But my
ratting on
thing
it.
is that
Yeah.
I don't like
guess
that.
it's got to get to a big thing where it matters to an average person.
I think. See, that's what I'm saying.
We see the way.
No, but I'm assuming this is what I mean. Okay, so the scenario. It's about me. On Twitter, my sister, my mom, like you. I mean,
Okay, we had the same
let's
joke.
say Facebook, right? My sister, my mom. If I was single, somebody I was trying to talk to, homies, the girlfriends, exes. Like, if it got posted and it got tagged and it's on your
No,
timeline.
but you can security and not do that though.
Well, no. What I mean though is on Twitter, when you're at it, it pops up in your
When you're like on your wall or
fall.
whatever.
Yeah. So they're like, oh,
But you don't have to. You can.
You could not be trash and
Yeah.
not tag the person.
Well, you can not. Oh yeah, yes. But you can not have that. You can like screen stuff that ends up on your. I know on Facebook you can.
This is just a random. This is just a random dick yelp.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Random
random
dick.
dick yelp.
Here we go.
Hi Twitter, or sorry, hi. His Twitter is @fatboyluck.
Oh wow.
So anyway, I was out of state for college in a relationship. Went back home. We was having problems, and this pretty ass light skinned nigga. That I didn't say the nigga. I'm just reading this quoting. Approaches. We link, Netflix, and chill. Going into this situation, I was just gonna let this nigga eat my pussy, cause light skins be having shrimp dicks. So he eating this motherfucking body shaking. I'm crying. I came 2 times, about to come 3rd time. He stopped, and I'm ready to go now. I got what I came for, sis. This nigga pulled out another leg. So I'm assuming he
Okay.
got undressed
Yeah,
at this point. And this nigga pulled out another leg is all caps. So he pulled out a leg.
Yeah.
A leg and a thigh.
Immediately found my spots, picked me up, touched and kissed me everywhere. He was gentle, but he fucked me hard. I kept stopping and breaks because I'm reaching for shit that wasn't even there. I finished and my boyfriend and he ghosted me. So he broke up with her boyfriend and then he ghosted her.
Wow.
So
That's a lot of
that's
details.
a
I
lot of
hope it was
detail on a
worth
dick
it.
yelp. And whoever that dude is,
Oh, he's getting.
DMs.
Yeah.
So that's what you gotta do. You gotta.
So did she?
You gotta say,
tag
hey,
him?
just
Oh,
leave
she
me an
did
honest
tag him.
review, and then you gotta get your A game.
I agree.
Don't leave me a Yelp.
But you know,
You
people,
feel like you apologize after, or you make dinner after because you didn't do what you want. Like, listen,
But I'm still looking for this 4 or 5-star rating.
I had a long day. I had, there was traffic.
Please
I had
don't judge me by this.
Don't judge me by this performance.
We can try again in the morning if you want.
Like, listen, I didn't.
Doing the bounce back is terrible. There's too much pressure on
I
you.
didn't do it. Does.
You gotta go home. You gotta have that montage where you're like working out and trying to like find yourself mentally before you go back in. You can't wake up
It's
and
in
do
your
it in
head,
the morning.
yeah.
Yeah, it's in your head at that point.
All it would take is one bad review, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just
I agree.
just like anything else.
So this is a pussy Yelp review.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's quick.
Anonymous, please, but y'all want some shit? At Melissa Green 128 on Instagram got that 15 out of 10 pussy. No BAP because he's a blood apparently. It's a red B, so no BAP, no cap, no cap. BK means no, like not to hate, like it's being true.
Okay. Thanks.
No fooling. That's what it means.
Thanks for the Urban Dictionary definition.
No problem. I'd have her house looking like Brady Brunch with all my kids.
Is this still the same pussy?
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to all the loyal girls with Frago, and he put a cat emoji.
I feel like that's more relatable. 'Cause I don't want to hear like, oh, I'm out of relate. That sounds like a man. I'm saying that because I'm a man, obviously. So that's more of a. I don't want to read.
See, you guys are
How your
straight into
life-
the point.
yeah.
We need details.
It's the
Yeah, like I don't
emotional-
care I don't care what town you were in.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I don't care you got because the town act. I mean, the Seattle chick might get like the real fire in the help in the effort, but the Walla Walla Washington chick is just getting that Motel 6. You know what I mean? The Ramada Inn.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to go to sleep and I can't.
but none of that's relevant to me. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. But that's your
Ghost, I'm telling you, your
relationship
burner is
is-
going to pop up on this Twitter account one
Yeah.
day.
my what? No.
Your burner
My
account.
burner Twitter.
Yeah, your burner. At Ghost916. He pulled out another leg.
People had another leg.
I just can't imagine what people are thinking when they type this shit.
I like how she put her game plan out. She was like,
Yeah.
he's just going to eat my pussy and that's it.
And then I'm done. And then I'm
done.
done. I'm leaving. That's crazy because it's terrible because the person who's submitting the review is anonymous. Only the
that's my
person.
problem
That's
with
the
it.
worst
That
part.
is.
That's my
That
problem with
is.
it.
That
That's my
is.
problem with Twitter, though, is
Yeah.
people behind screens.
Well, the lady. So what the lady does is she makes you submit proof, like DMs or text messages or whatever that like link you to,
That
and she doesn't accept it from like ghost accounts. Like you can't have like 1 million friends and no tweets. You can't have like you know what I mean. She makes sure you're a legit person and you're active on Twitter.
That only attacks
To-
one side of it, though.
I know,
I thought
but
the other
she does
side
it to
is-
be credible, and that's what I mean.
I like that.
That's why it's
Terrible,
terrible.
though.
That's why it's terrible. Is
Still
because
terrible.
she's
Taking
she's saying
the-
that
out
she's
of it,
doing
yeah. That's legit.
like it's legitimate. You know what I mean? She's putting like effort to make sure that all these are real. So now they're like credible reviews, and
But
that
they're-
hurts if you're terrible.
It means they really slept together, but it doesn't mean the review is real. Like I said,
Yeah.
there could be some other stuff going on.
That's right. But then, Twitter's also the place where people go to like
Vent.
make people fucking feel bad about themselves. So
Exactly.
someone can actually really like you in real life or not even care. He'd be like, that little shrimp dick nigga. Ah," You know what I mean?
But the anonymous
There's
part.
some girls that like shrimp, so
I hate when I go to a restaurant that fucking tails
Not
on
me.
the shrimp.
There's no shrimp.
No, and there's the tails left on the shrimp.
Oh.
I hate that shit.
Some people do that.
I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. Just take that off.
I
I just
don't
went
eat
to a
shrimp.
place that had that. I mean, I didn't eat it if somebody else was because I don't eat shrimp. But
See. Ghost
yeah, you
and I
don't
are
eat any seafood.
no
really.
shrimp
What
lover.
seafood do you eat? You don't eat any seafood.
fish,
So
just fish.
you only eat fish.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Nope. None here.
Oh, Coach, you're gonna enjoy this. So,
Oh,
Rodeo Drive. Everyone knows where Rodeo Drive is.
Rodeo Drive.
Rodeo Drive when it gets to the hood. Right?
Yeah.
Not any longer. Now it's called Barack Obama Boulevard. So I think what's happening is, how Martin Luther King's always in Martin Luther King Boulevard is always
oh, they're trying to flip the script.
it's always in the bad. No. I think now we're gonna hit. You're gonna be at the corner of Martin Luther King and and Obama Boulevard. I think you're gonna see a bunch of
Rodeo, whatever.
But
It's
Rodeo
a
goes
good
through the
neighborhood,
hood.
though.
No, it's only the section that goes to the bad neighborhood. It's only that section.
Oh,
So it's still
damn.
it's rodeo
Hilarious.
into
They
Barack
just
Obama.
chopped
Yeah.
the road in half.
Yeah,
Like
It
Watt to
transitions.
South Watt, but it's
Yeah.
a
yeah,
Oh.
it transitions.
that's
Give this
trash.
to the poors.
So you know where you are.
So we'll give
They
him the
got
Martin
a
Luther
Taco
King.
Bell check cashing establishment. Head
Like you went
shop.
to,
Yeah.
you get from
Oh yeah, imagine
you
running
go
that
from Saks on
Yo,
Fifth to
that barber shop though.
Trash.
The barber shop on the corner of Martin Luther King and Obama
oh,
Boulevard.
that line's out the door. That line's out the
The
door.
barbecue shop.
It's a destination.
The barbecue shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gotta have a
Barbecue.
soul food place.
Come on into fire.
They gotta put the chicken and waffles right there.
Yeah. I'm eating it anywhere. I'm not gonna lie. I'm eating anywhere on the corner of Martin Luther King and Obama Boulevard.
Food is delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food is
Food
delicious.
is delicious.
You're
It's
paying
full of rights
prime
and
rent.
change.
Except, but let me put a a change.
Oh
But
man,
here's the other part.
man,
to
it
that, though.
tastes
Full
different.
Of change and
Nah.
dreams.
This tastes different.
I'll tell you what's not delicious.
dreamy.
It might taste different. Is the fast food. I don't want McDonald's on Barack Obama.
What if it was nice inside?
You
What if it
went
had an
to
indoor play
McDonald's
place?
and you're like, oh, it's McDonald's. I'm McDonald's on Rodeo, but the service is bad. Rodeo, whatever. Service
it's
is bad,
Rodeo.
and the chicken was blah blah blah. Like, which one did you go to? No, it's on Rodeo. Oh no, I mean it's on Barack. Oh, that's why.
yeah.
You went too far.
Imagine
went
if you
too far.
imagine lived on the corner. And it was terrible. Imagine if it was in the hood, like you know what I mean, like Del Paso Heights in Sacramento, right? Where it's not terrible. There's some good families there. There's also some homeless people and some druggies, right? Imagine if you lived on the corner of Barack Obama and Martin Luther King. You walked outside and there was like gunshots and used in drug paraphernalia and a bunch of like terrible shit. It'd be terrible.
Some used panties.
Oh,
No,
maybe.
that's in Japan.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's
No, you're
where
in
that's where it
Right,
is.
That's right.
That's where Ghost went to that shop. It was on the corner of Martin Luther King and Barack Obama. He got
where it
followed.
In
That's
the
what it
America
was. They
Village.
probably renamed
That's
it.
what it was
Yeah.
called.
They renamed it.
You on the American Village. You go to Martin Luther King and Barack Obama.
See, when
And
you
that's where you
start-
get all your FUBU stuff.
When you started, yeah, that's where you go. They still probably got
In
food
his
there.
Barry Sanders jersey.
That's what they see. I thought when you started the story, I thought it would change. I thought they were like flipping the script,
Nah.
like on nice neighborhoods, and now they got the Barack Obama.
See that's what I thought when I read Rodeo Drive. I was like, oh, dope. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got the Coach, you got the Burberry. You know what I mean? You got all these places on Barack Obama. Wait, that's dope. And they were like, no, when it gets to the hood.
Further down.
When it gets to the hood.
The other side.
I was like, oh, so it's Martin Luther King Jr. again.
Yeah.
No, there's no Martin Luther King Jr.'s in like the affluent neighborhood, maybe in Atlanta, but there's a few things that only happen in Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like what if you're in like Boston, Massachusetts, and they took whatever was the fanciest street and it's named to Barack Obama? There's some change.
That wouldn't happen.
I don't know, but
Yeah, but I agree. That would be changed.
that would be change.
But also it was not funny, but I guess what would be crazy about that situation is there probably would be a lot of violence all of a sudden on that street that never existed before. And it wouldn't be the stereotypical people doing the violence, initiating the violence.
A bus pulls
There'd
up
be
and
an
just a
uproar.
bunch of crackheads come out.
Drop them off.
There's just everything goes up for sale on that stretch of street.
Reverse gentrification.
That's funny. Bunch of black people just get off a bus with the
We
with
here.
The,
This is our street. What are you
I
talking
got top
about?
bunk. I got top bunk. That's funny.
Set up shop.
Yeah.
The tents. Bringing everything. Yeah, that's awful.
Just be like the hair salon. Becky's hair salon turns into liquor and food.
Yeah.
We're ungentrifying this neighborhood.
We are here.
Oh, Joe Biden, you mean?
Yeah, what happened with Joe Biden? Somebody put that on there.
So, I was reading something. I think this was about a week and a half ago. Joe was getting crap from people because I guess he was on the campaign trail and he was talking to a younger girl and her two brothers, and he told the two brothers that they need to keep the boys away from her, in a joking manner, saying, she's pretty or whatever. And people were up in arms about it. And I just didn't understand why. He just sounds like a grandpa,
I say
No,
that
but that's
all
what
the
every
time, I'm
guy
like,
says to like the girl of the
Yeah.
family. That's kind of
Yeah.
like I guess it's I don't know, is that patriarchy?
I don't know. I say it all the
Because
time.
if
to
it's
my son.
patriarchy, isn't this whole like women aren't safe anywhere? Isn't that exactly what you were trying to tell him?
Yeah.
Like women, like she needs,
I,
like isn't that? Because I'm. Let me pause just so if this doesn't come off right, I can delete it. Because with the Me Too movement, what it sounds like is women need more assistance from straight males, right? That's the way it's coming off to me. Is that men do a bunch of stuff that's not okay, and women aren't comfortable approaching
Yeah.
it. So the men around should be stepping
Yeah.
up to that man and like, yo, this behavior is not good, right? But isn't that exactly what he's saying?
Yeah.
In a dumbed down version for kids?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't think that's taken it to a deeper level. I think his intent was just what it was, which wasn't negative and happens all the time. But
But
yeah, in a way, I mean,
I
yeah.
think people were just upset by the fact that he was like saying that she was pretty too, though. Like
Yeah, I
implying
guess.
that and saying that they need to keep the boys away.
That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
I mean, he has come off creepy.
Definitely,
to stuff.
definitely.
You know,
if you
sniffing
find
people's
some
hair, but
in a when you're campaigning, which he's not yet, but he is, they're going to look for any. I mean,
Yeah.
you've had a history of potentially,
Yeah.
where that could be, and then they're going to bring that up. So
BK, where sniffing hair? Where is it on your creepiness level?
Some random person just coming up and sniffing my hair?
Yeah.
Is it
Joe
creepy if
Biden.
I do it?
No, because I know you. I mean,
That's
I
what I
just
mean.
figured that you're a little drunk.
random. I'll say
That's what I
random.
mean. Yeah, it has to be random for
Where's
it
it
to
on
be
the
like the
ran-
creepy.
1 to
level.
10?
Yeah.
yeah.
1 to 10.
I mean,
where
it's
is
still
it?
a little odd that you're coming up to sniff my hair, but I'm like, whatever.
But 1 to 10 if it's
What
a
if you got
random
that Tressa
Zero's
May?
crazy.
But you got that Tressa May, ooh la la.
No.
Herbal Essence,
Yeah. What if I want to see
Paul
the
Mitchell.
commercial.
Paul Mitchell. But how bad? Like 1 to
But what-
10.
yeah.
What's a
Well, what number one?
creepiness?
What is your creepiness? Is it a 1 to 10, or is there more? Is there more like context? So it's like 1 to 50.
No, I think 1 to 10 is about.
Okay.
This is the easiest standard to use.
Okay. So
So-
what's 10 on your standard? Because I want to have like a gauge.
It's probably a lot of 10s.
Yeah.
No. So what's a 10? I don't need the most. I just need what's a 10. What's the 10 on creepiness?
Somebody trying, like a male trying to stop me from leaving a room or something, like putting your
Or
arm up
touching
against.
touching
yeah.
you.
That's on the level of I'm terrified.
Okay. I'm trying to see if that. Okay, so where would hair sniffing be then?
Like 3 or 4.
Okay.
It just
that makes
depends,
sense.
but it could be higher if I don't know the person. Like if it was you, I'm like, all right, that's a little weird, but
No, if it was someone you didn't know.
yeah, that would definitely be like,
But what if
4,
this
6.
person? What if this person? Okay, so let's say it's Gavin Newsom, right? Because we're also talking about the
Oh, yeah.
standard.
If it's a-
Which,
Yeah.
So it's Gavin Newsom. You're giving him a hug at a meet and greet. You just happen to want to see him.
Right.
He was at Chick-fil-A on Sunday. He got him open. You wanted to thank him for having
yes.
Chick-fil-A open on Sunday.
My son will love him forever.
He gives you a hug.
Governor of California, by the way.
Yeah, that's the governor of
I'm aware
California.
of
No, for the
for
the people in
Yeah.
England. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's the
Oh,
governor
yeah.
of California. So we, you know what I mean, 2.5 listeners.
That might be a little weirder than the normal.
So it would be
random-
weirder than a random
just because,
stranger.
yeah, just because
Because
he
a higher
is-
standard type thing. Like a cop.
Yeah.
I guess is that the same thing with like a firefighter
Yes.
or
That
a
makes
cop or
sense.
something? Or-
Exactly.
I thought that would be less creepy though, because of the stature. Like we could know that someone's
Does-
creepy.
Does the age come into effect if it's a
You
like
know
if
how
it's
old
Joe
my husband is.
like if it's Joe Biden?
Well,
Joe Biden's
Biden.
old as shit.
Yeah.
They
He's
hung
only,
out.
he's only
Do
a
you
little
chalk
older
it
than
up?
your husband.
Do you just chalk it up to him being a crazy old man?
No, I would have him on the same level as Gavin Newsom. It would still be just as creepy. But I
I
think it
kinda
was just
So,
because I
see
would
that.
So a
hold him
random-
to
so
a
you
higher
would-
standard.
So you would think a random strange. See, I would think a random stranger is more. Is
'Cause you don't
creepier
know.
because you just don't know his intention.
What their
Where
intent
Gavin
is.
Newsom, he probably just thinks you're a side piece and you know what I mean, wants to shoot a shot.
Yeah, I guess.
So I think a random stranger, like if I'm just standing in line at JCPenney, he just walks up to me and just like I think that would be creepier than somebody who has an actual profile publicly.
I think the reason why the random person would be less creepy for me is I think I would be able to get help easier with just a random weirdo than I would with an official who could say, no, she wanted it, and be able to just bury me in paperwork.
Well, we're saying the creepiest place though. So we're saying in the public, because public would be creepier just based on the boldness, right? Or would being alone be creepier because it's...
Oh, if I was alone, I'd be terrified.
That's not terrifying. That's just scary.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying
because
that
again,
creepy.
what is your next intention?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Creepy. You know what I mean? Where the differentiate between the two of those, like
a lot of different factors create the creepiness.
Yeah. Like, I don't want you to be terrified of sexual assault. I just want you to be like, oh, that's weird, bro.
Yeah, I think the only level of that is if I know you and you're coming to sniff my hair. What are you doing?
What is the creepy level of that for men? Because we already know the creepiest thing comes from a guy. What is the creepiest thing a woman could do to men?
I want to have your
I think
babies.
it's usually the stalking type, clingy stuff. Like different levels of that type of stuff is probably.
Well, if she was like, I want to wear your skin.
Yeah,
that's definitely creepy.
That's up there.
I mean, yeah.
That's
You
up
look
there.
so good. I want to wear your skin.
Yeah, that sets off alarms.
That's
Right?
Yeah.
it's probably
Maybe
a
she
10.
just can't get a tan.
So, but
Feel like
like,
that's a 10.
what's like a random thing that is
Are you
commonplace?
saying you want to skin me?
Yes, yeah, that's what the
what it
person has to
sounds
say. So what's the thing that happens randomly that it just would be that's creepy that women do? Is there anything?
Somebody complimenting your toes.
No, I think of a woman, if she complimented my toes, I would just think that she probably gets her feet done.
I know this is the second time I've seen your toes in 2 days.
Yeah. Well, you're at my house, so you only saw them once in public, but that was at your house. So.
Yeah.
So not that public. I don't like to show my toes.
Creepiest things.
Never, yeah. I was about to go, but go ahead.
What?
I was about to
No.
go back to feet, but I'm
Oh,
not
no,
talking about feet. So
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about feet.
Yeah, I was trying to circle away from that
Yeah.
you're good.
subject.
Perfect.
Oh, so yeah. So there's
don't
my
know.
creepy stand. I had my toes complimented on, and it creeped me out.
You went back.
That was,
Sorry.
but that was the person though.
Yeah, it was still creepy.
I think if it was a smoother or a less awkward looking human being, it wouldn't have come off that creepy.
Well, because the day after, oh no, 2 days after that, I was at Target and somebody, same thing, complimented my feet.
Is it the look in their eye that they have when they
Yeah,
tell
it's a
you
little
it?
creepy.
The tone in their voice.
Yeah.
Yo, those toes, I'd like to.
Well, the first person
With the long
technically
mountain-
complimented. The first
toes,
person,
them
techni-
toes though.
yeah, them toes. They technically complimented my polish,
That's better.
but
I think.
They were-
I went to go say thank you and put my hand out to admire my fingernails, and they were staring hard at the floor where my feet were located.
It could have been the polish still.
Yeah, but it's
It
all
was
white.
the polish on the toes, but why are you staring so hard at the toes?
You
Yeah.
want to fuck them feet.
Yeah. And then the 2 days later, when I was in a store, a guy had come up to me and be like, "You got pretty feet." I was,
Well, as long as it's not the same
Which
person.
one was creepier?
I think the first one, just because of the
The
location.
look. Yeah.
And
The elevator.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, I think,
didn't know
I
it was
think
elevator.
everything
That
being
is-
alone automatically. So what about the
But
two
see,
that
not
were in
just
public? Though?
not just the elevator. It's just that I could run into this person again. The second person at the store, I'll never probably see that individual
Okay.
ever again.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That's a good point.
What did you? I don't know if there's anything that a woman could do that is creepy other than like a woman who just hugs me, and I don't know them. Anybody
Yeah.
who hugs me for too
Random
long,
hugs.
that's yeah,
Unsolicited touch like
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's creepy, but it does make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like when I was single and young, like high school or whatever, and a woman would just grab your butt. That makes me uncomfortable only because
people just randomly grab your butt?
They used to. I mean, not since I've been like an adult.
Now you just made it a whole nother topic. The grabbing minors.
Right? Like other minors grabbing your
They were
butt?
my peers.
Okay.
Grab
They were
your
my
butt,
peers.
0.
Yeah, they were my peers.
Minors
another
grabbing
one.
minors.
Yeah,
I know
they
you
were
said you
peers.
were a choir boy.
What? I was never.
An altar
I can't
boy.
sing.
Altar boy.
Nah, not at black
not
churches.
Catholic.
It's
No,
a choir.
no, we don't have the altar boy. No, don't put that on
choirs.
us. You keep that, BK. Don't put that on us. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know of anything that a woman could say that's not just blatant. Like
What if she complimented your toes?
she'd have to see him. You know, you're the only
Yeah,
person that's kind of seen that. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything. I don't.
As far as being creepy,
Yeah, for a woman to do randomly to me.
What if she
I
came
think
up
it
and
would.
grabbed
I
your
think the
balls?
difference between men and women is it would have to be
Well, I guess that goes back to
for
unsolicited
men.
touch.
There's nothing. There's
It would have to be someone you knew. I think is the difference. Like for women, because there's that factor. You know,
The scary
the assault
factor.
factor. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that
I
creeps
just
you out.
don't-
Even though, but for men, like nobody who comes and compliments my toes is gonna. That's more weird than creepy. But if you know them already, and maybe you work with them, or maybe you used to date them or whatever.
Oh, maybe
and
maybe a
then they-
boss.
and then
Maybe
it's like
somebody in a
Yeah, but if you knew them,
Authoritative figure.
then they could say something creepy because the relationship you have, whatever it may be.
You sleeping with him to get a promotion? Quick answer.
No.
No.
You sleeping with in a place where you're single? Are you sleeping with somebody for a promotion?
No.
No.
Yes.
I knew your answer before you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's going to create too many other problems down the road. That's-
Yeah.
Maybe
Like, what else are you going
You just want to put on your list. Yeah, I did that. Got that promotion.
presidential. Yeah.
The sound effect. and
Yeah.
everything.
Presidential. And I've been promoted, baby.
And nowadays you can put it on like
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
Now you can put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
You could get promoted and a good dick
Oh,
review
hold on.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I get a good dick yelp too.
Yeah.
I got promoted because I could easily be like, nah, she promoted me. That shit had to be good.
I got to the top.
Yeah. No, you can. Yeah, you can rebut that.
Yeah, I rebut that bad dick yelp quick.
Yeah, it was so bad you gave me a promotion, huh?
So bad you increased my salary by 35%.
And gave me that
Because you know, even
gift
if it's-
certificate to Popeyes.
Yeah. On my birthday, every year you send me $10. You said I was always a 10 in your world. Now, I don't necessarily know if a woman's ever creeped me out. There's nothing I can think of where I thought a woman creeped me out since I've been an adult. So I guess that's why
I must try harder.
I don't know if I've ever been creeped out. Like, only thing that creeps me out are like anything like a ghosty type of thing. That's what I think of when I think creeped out. But they're creep men. And I think that's just a different like fight.
What if it's a super old lady though? Like, remember that one video you showed me with the young black dude that was driving and the old lady was in the passenger seat,
Oh,
reaching over, violating him.
that was extra. I mean, that was like staged. But that
But it was hilarious.
That was
She was
awful.
reaching over and grabbing his crotch, and then she wouldn't do anything. And she was like, she don't even know what she's doing. She was not. And she flexed her hand and did the grabbing motion.
is that creepy?
No, it's still not creepy. That's funny as hell though.
It was hilarious. That's hard to be creepy
Is
when
it
it's
still
that.
funny as hell if it's you that's just getting
Yeah.
squeezed?
If it
Yes,
was-
it's still funny to me.
No,
No,
that's
funny to me.
creepy.
Absolutely not.
That's creepy.
Only way it's creepy is if she's dead. Like literally, if she doesn't have a heartbeat. Otherwise, that's funny to me.
I'm saying if you're driving a lift
yeah,
and you pick up
a
an
lady
old
who's
woman
90.
and she's just like
Yeah.
slowly works her hand to
Yeah.
that's not creepy.
No, that's funny as fuck.
You're not laughing. I guarantee you're not laughing.
No,
you're not a person
I
that likes to
would.
be somebody in your bubble. And she crossed it.
Yeah, but she's old. There's no threat.
No.
It would be creepy if she was a
Okay,
25-year-old.
Okay, then that's
Like,
a
you know what
creepy
it would
thing
be?
then.
You know why it would be? If she's like 30 and she's hot, I'd be creeped out. Because I think my wife has set me up on some type of sting. Because I'm like, nah, fuck out of here.
Okay, but what if you're single?
And then when I see my wife, I'm like, yeah, you thought she was gonna do it. Yeah, you thought. My wife's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And you're like, no.
I didn't say that, but I thought it. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. So that's the only time I'd be creeped out. is if somebody hot tried to
Violate you.
no, just tried to hit on me.
But
So
what,
I'd
if
be
it's,
like,
what if it's 30 and not good looking? That's not creepy. I feel like that's still creepy.
nah, it's not creepy to me. Because I never. Only time it'd be creepy if the lady was buff.
Cyborg comes strolling in.
Yeah, that's the only time it'd be creepy.
That is very true.
The only time it'd be creepy if she was a buff.
Hey.
She's like, yo, get over here.
She could physically take it from you.
If you had to submit.
I said, give it to me.
We're fucking today.
And her voice.
Like, no, we're fucking today.
Put her-
If she put her hand on your lip to shush you,
That's another creepy one. That's another creepy one right there. Put your hand on my lips. That's creepy. I can't. With a man knuckles or hairy.
oh shit. Yeah, anybody who touches my lips is fucking creepy. Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah, if someone's like, shh, they just touch your lips when you do that.
Oh.
That shit would be creepy.
Just let it happen.
Because you just look down at your lips like, what the fuck?
Just let it happen.
Yeah. But if she was buff, that shit would be crazy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what?
Man. I'm never doing lift. They're not sitting in the front seat.
No. No, I'd lock it. I'd put the child lock on
like
the
a
front.
taxi
Take
with
the seat
with
out.
Nope. Get in the back.
We
There
did it
was,
for
there was a recall on the passenger seat.
Yeah.
seatbelts. You know what I mean? I want to keep everybody safe.
Yeah.
So I just took the seat out, make sure there was no guessing. But if you took out the front seat, that means she could smooth hit you with a Barry Sanders move and get in that front seat. And she'd be all over you before you can move.
That door's locked. And you get back, it's like they got the cop. I got the cop fire. You can't reach
Oh,
through.
okay.
Yeah.
So you'll lock them away like a
Gonna
police
put
car.
that
Yeah.
pet gate up.
A baby gate.
You got your studio back there. It's
You got your guest house?
Suite. Yeah.
You got your guest house?
I can hear you, but you
Yeah,
can't.
I think that's the only
Got
time.
a
put your
little
finger on my lips.
plexiglass slider. Like, yeah,
Other than a woman touching my lips, the only other thing I think that can make me feel creeped out is if a buff lady like pressed me. It was like, yo, this is happening. That's the only time. I don't think there's anything else.
I'm sure there's a bunch of them, but
I see, because I don't
that's
know
up
if it's
there.
creepy. See, I think like if a woman just hit on me, to me that's not creepy.
No.
To me it's either laughable or it's flattering. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't necessarily know if a woman. I don't know if I ever feel, because I feel like to be creeped out, I'd also have to be threatened.
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or feel like there could be some.
That's
harm or
also almost two different things. Yeah, I guess it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, because I feel creeped out. Like if you watch a scary movie and something happens,
You
and
think
you're in
about
your
it
house,
happening.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's the threat of the danger that makes it creepy.
Oh, I just thought of something. So I might have told you this.
Dubai.
No, but it was. Where were we at? I
Japan.
don't know. It might be Alaska. It wasn't Alaska, but it might have been. But this guy, I think I told you about this. But this guy, one of my friends, he's like he's this extra energetic guy, just always talking to people and stuff, just outward, life of the party type personality. And we had this other guy in the shop who was one of those he was on your list for
Oh yeah, mass shooting.
if things went wrong. They'll go on postal, the typical
He's the one that
quote
you're gonna be
unquote
nice
go on
to in the
postal.
office.
100,
Yeah.
110 degrees with a trench coat on.
Yeah,
Ooh.
exactly. So, and he was always like just stone faced, and he was cool, but he wasn't. You just didn't know what was going on in his head.
Yeah.
So one day, he was having one of those days, and I just kind of stay away from him. I'm a little smarter than that. So,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
He worked in my area though, but he was my friend works in a different area. Came over, hey, what's up, man? He just almost does it to annoy you on purpose or to get you to talk or whatever. But he was saying whatever, and he stopped talking. The guy looked at him, stone faced, said, "When the time comes, you'll be the first to go."
What the fuck?
I was like I
the
couldn't,
fuck?
like I got nothing done that week. I got nothing done that week.
You just bringing that man some
I was like,
cookies.
yo, and he still kind of laughed it off, but at the same time, he was like,
He was like,
Yeah.
ha, ha,
I was
ha.
like, no, not him. No, he didn't laugh at all.
Oh.
His face didn't change.
Oh.
But my friend was like, you're joking, right? He's like, you playing with me? He's like, he really didn't change his facial expression.
Oh man.
Well,
Yeah, that guy's creepy.
Let's get him transferred.
No. I'm definitely reporting everything that guy does.
See, but then if he gets fired, He's definitely
coming
back.
back.
in.
No,
Yeah.
military
It's the
base.
military,
Nah,
they can't really
military.
fire you,
Nah,
but-
military. Oh, they
Yeah.
can't fire nobody in the military?
Not really. You get court, like you got to do something.
What about like
Like
a
if you're late.
dishonorable?
Yeah, I mean that's like, I mean obviously drugs
It's a process.
or violence, but like in a regular job, you show up late 3 or 4 days in a row, like you
Yeah.
can just fire you on the spot. Military have to have the paper trails. You have to have a letter of counseling or blah blah blah, Article 15, unless it's something serious like drug, sexual assault.
Or threatening to kill somebody?
Yeah, I mean that's probably up there too. But
I mean, he didn't threaten. He said
When the
that,
time
comes.
yeah,
No, that's
when the
a-
time comes, it could be his birthday.
it could have been
was just a
religious. It
flat
could have been
out
a religious
statement.
thing.
There
You could have like a
wasn't
cult. You could have, I don't know.
He could have been on the line for a slide or a roller coaster.
He was talking about the rapture. When God comes for his children,
You'll be
he
the
will
first.
You will be the
You'll be
first to go.
You're the
and
chosen
live.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, his face.
You lived an interesting life, Ghost.
Yeah, it's some interesting people.
Yeah.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
It's,
You've seen panty vending machines. You've almost been a casualty in a mass shooting. Wow.
yeah,
You've been racially profiled by Asians.
yeah. I brought that guy candy the next day
Yeah, you should have.
just because.
What kind of candy you like though? If he like pixie sticks,
No, I got him.
he's crazy.
I got him chocolate.
Oh, I see what you did.
Safe.
You like
Plus, remember me. Remember that time I gave you that Snickers bar. You can't kill me.
What's the creepiest moment that's happened to you, Ghost? Or Rio?
I don't know.
I'll tell you the creepiest thing that's ever happened to me. As soon as that old white lady touched my hair.
Touch your what?
Touched my hair when she asked if she could touch it.
Oh,
Once
I
you
saw,
thought it was
like,
a bad
the-
idea.
Yeah, when I saw the amaze and like the
The
changing
delight.
in her eye, like she was like, "Oh, it's really soft." Like, what did you think it was, bitch? A Brillo pad? Why do you think my hair? You know what I mean? I don't have to sleep on sandpaper. Chill out. So that's the creepiest thing that's happened to me.
I can't think of anything.
When two of your coworkers saw your calves for the first time.
We're cutting that out.
Fair enough. I don't.
I can't think of anything right now, though. Honestly,
How many times do you think you could even say something creepy happen? Because it's few and far in between for me.
yeah.
How for you? How often would you say you're creeped out?
It takes a lot.
But does it happen once a year?
No, probably not. The toe incident.
Like before that toe thing, when was the last time?
Probably before my son was born.
That's like 8 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I also don't put myself in situations where.
Do you feel left out of the Me Too movement?
No. Not one bit.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, but I don't put myself in situations where something that I am going to be vulnerable to that kind of a situation.
creepiness follows you everywhere.
Yeah.
You can be. I was at work. I can't avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was at work too.
Yeah.
Mine was at work. And I guess the only way I was the
think-
reason why mine was creepy though is because I didn't realize the
reason?
No, because you hear it all the time, like as jokes, like people like, hey, you know what I mean? White people like just innocently asking to touch your hair. And when it happened to me, it was just like, oh, well, this is actually happening to me right now. Like I wasn't afraid. I was just more like weirded out. It became like, oh, I feel like an animal.
All I can think of is Zootopia.
Because zoo. It's a pet zoo.
Yeah. I feel like, oh, you want to touch the sheep?
I feel like the weirdest stuff
That's
happens
African.
at work, though.
Yeah.
Especially because
that dude who had
setting.
that dude who had his fucking cooler open in the stall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
that's
like,
the weirdest thing I've seen.
like it's
I get creeped out if you can eat on the toilet.
it's stuff like that, like because especially the venue itself is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you expect weird stuff
Hence
to
the
happen.
elevator issue.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know. Well, the elevator always gets weird though.
Yeah, but being at work would make it even weirder
yeah.
because you're supposed to act professionally
Yeah.
or whatever. You know.
And the just having to be able to see that person like with Ghost and the Unabomber.
Every day.
I'm pretty sure he's arrested. That dude got.
Oh, no.
And
he
I-
He's, just,
And I'm
he's
not
definitely
asking.
off the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's definitely off the grid.
He's in Kansas or something.
Ooh, good. Far away.
No, I don't
from
know. but I'm just guessing. He could be in Sacramento.
Looking for you, looking for your boy. He was like, I told him he's the first to go.
Yeah, he's the first. Where is
It
he?
is prophecy. This must happen. Go to find him in Mervin's and shoot him first. Find him in Burlington Coat Factory.
I
told you, didn't I?
You're gonna catch him in the American Village.
Yeah.
I knew you'd be here.
Be in Burlington walking by the trench coats.
Yeah.
I got you.
Knew you'd be here. Knew I could find you here. Checks cashing.
Speaking of work, there's just been some people that I know that have passed, right? How often do you guys think about death, like being deceased?
Myself or others?
You first. How much do you think about your mortality?
Well, I'm one of those people that's got the will and the trust in place, so I guess I think about it a little bit more than the average person.
What'd you, Ghost?
I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I guess it comes up. I don't think about it a bunch because it's obviously like a depressing type or a downer, I guess. But obviously it just pops into my head. Or a lot of times when you see people just just like anything else, it kind of,
like
when
if
you
somebody
feel like you're
passes,
taking for granted. Yeah, like if somebody will get in a car accident, like that person was just on the way to work.
Yeah.
And, and they're 25 years old or something.
Yeah.
That's when I kind of, but I try not to think about it. That's forced into my head, but I'm not just at work and then like, oh, what if I'm not able to come in tomorrow? Or something, I don't really trying to do that.
What if trench coat guy finds me?
Yeah, exactly. Now he's back in my mind, so I gotta
you gotta
stay woke.
What about you, Rio?
Hope he's not listening.
He's listening right now and chilling.
I got some candy for you.
I forgot about it. I told that guy then. Scrapping all these plans, I'm going
He's
back.
putting out the extra solar panels for nuclear launch now.
I'm sorry for any collateral damage. Everybody in my neighborhood.
You're getting a drone, just shoot it over your house. What about you?
I probably think of it way too much. I have anxiety, so I think about death a lot, which which probably isn't. It's not the coolest thing. Just like Ghost said, it's not the funnest thing to think of. But I think of it more than I probably
Would like
should.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have health anxieties too, so I think about it probably 10 times a day.
Gotta talk these two off of a cliff.
Like, my chest hurts.
I'm dying.
Oh, my kidney hurt. Like, don't let my back hurt.
Yeah.
And then I just know I can't. I'm the type of dude that I can't WebMD anything.
No, he just waits for cancer to pop up on the
But you're your own
screen.
personal WebMD. This is probably
Yeah.
probably serious.
Oh, I mean, I've retained everything I've ever looked up at, for sure. Like, oh man, my eyes twitching. I think that is the
that's a brain.
occipital lobe nerve that's probably been irritated. I might have a tumor.
Yeah, that's tumor-like symptoms. You talking yourself all tumor-like symptoms. Well,
I'm just
it's been
saying,
real.
they say.
It's been real.
I'm an internet doctor, so when I feel things, I'm just like that's the location of my pancreas.
Yeah.
I'm probably dying.
Your hand pain was by far the best diagnosis.
What was it?
Your Wolverine claws were coming in.
I don't remember what was causing the pain or anything.
I don't know. I don't think we ever found out, but it was just hilarious that was your conclusion that you came to.
Yeah, adamantium.
No, we were just joking around one day,
Yeah.
and I was telling her
Trying
that my
to
hands
talk
had
him off
hurt.
that cliff.
I was just telling her that my hand hurt, and somehow I was telling her that, or I'm growing Wolverine claws, and they're gonna
pop out any
that's
day
the
now.
extra bone. That's myself.
Trying to ease the situation.
Yeah, that's me joking
That's the
about
laughter is
my
the best medicine.
anxiety.
Yeah, like I know my anxiety is like, I like people are like,
I know
oh no,
it's
my anxiety
ridiculous.
is serious. No, my anxiety is hilarious.
Yeah, I know
My
it's
anxiety's
ridiculous,
hilarious.
so it's
Like-
easy to poke fun at it
Yeah.
so much.
Like
And
I,
it helps.
Yeah.
it does help. It does help because when I know I can't take myself serious,
Yeah.
yeah. If I can't take myself serious, then you know what I mean. That's what happens because you start walking, feel a little, you know what I mean, palpitation. You're like, oh,
It's that blood clot. It's back.
oh no, what's going on?
My heart's gonna give out. I'm gonna die. And I'm just like,
And I
oh
think-
well.
You just
I
need a
also
hole
think-
in yours and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I need
also
something
try
to
to-
offset the pressure.
I also try to rate like where I would die. Like sometimes I'll be like at work and I'm like, damn, I just don't want to die here.
Or think about what you're wearing at that moment, and that's going to be your ghost outfit for the rest of your life.
No, I'm good. I stay.
Your
I stay.
afterlife.
I stay in. No, I think ghost. I think the ghost realm has American
closet?
Village as well.
Yeah,
gotta die. You
how
die
come
fly?
people see those old timey ghosts like them?
Oh yeah, this is a
18th
big thing
century-
for you guys because you guys believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they just okay with wearing it?
Nah, I don't think they had a choice.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're upset too.
Ghost.
Right,
Do you
I'd be
believe
really
in? Do
pissed
you
if I had
believe
to
in
wear a
that? Like,
corset for the rest of my
Yeah.
life or my afterlife.
Or
Not
if I
really.
died with a monocle on and I had to fucking leave the monocle on forever.
that'd be dope.
Suck.
Nah, that would be dope. You look fucking fancy as shit.
Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, Mr. Peanut.
See, nobody would take you serious. Nobody would take
You're
you
right.
serious.
No,
You're
if I-
You could be the fun ghost. Though.
Yeah, you could be the ghost that they want to see.
Yeah, like you got the one that comes for when you're about to die or something. You got Mr. Peanut coming in. Hey, it's all good.
He give it five. You give
Keep
him a
your head
5-minute
up.
stand up routine.
Keep your head up.
I just dance and go over to you and touch you, and then you die.
You boop them.
Yeah.
At least they
You
get to go
did.
with a happy though. They go happy. I'd like to. If I'm a ghost, I like people to go happy and not
Yeah,
terrified.
you got like the ghost of death or whatever. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
people avoid
no,
you, but
no, not yet, not yet. But if people are like, yeah, Mr. Peanut, I saw him. And then
tell me that joke again. Sing that
You know what I
song.
mean? He'd be laughing. You're like, oh,
Da-da-da-da-da.
I don't know, dude, but I think Mr. Peanut saw him last night because he had like a smile on his face when he was dead. He had dried up tears.
Happy to.
He was holding his stomach. He said his ribs hurt. I heard him saying my ribs. So yeah, no, yeah. Do you guys want a funeral?
I don't care.
Yeah. I don't really care.
I tell my wife will do whatever she wants,
Have a
but whatever
party.
she does, do it the cheapest. That way she could save whatever money.
Yeah, I wouldn't want I wouldn't want a big thing. I
I-
feel like it's selfish to say don't have one at all
Could,
Yeah.
because a lot of people.
Need that closure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
but
could we talk about what our ideal burial would be? Because I mean,
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
I have an idea, but
Okay, what is it?
like, I've seen those people that get buried with trees. I think that'd be dope.
That's
as
how
fuck.
Haunted Forest starts.
That'd be dope as fuck. To feed that tree.
I would like to go that way, or be cremated and sprinkled in every drive-through of Popeyes. In the city.
That's a health hazard.
Right?
It's happiness.
Hey, don't do that. Say churches.
you.
Get that
No,
shit.
no, no, no.
Nah,
I
you
know
gotta
you
get
want
that away.
Popeyes.
No,
But
it's
say
just like when
churches.
people like
No.
I
get
don't
their
want you to be the
ashes.
special seasoning in my fried chicken.
No, not
What if-
inside, like in the drive-through, like
What if
outside.
it-
I don't want to just
Oh,
like
in the
throw it in
plant?
their
Oh,
face.
things
Like
like
in
in
the
the batter.
planter?
No. You're talking about like in the chicken batter.
Okay.
Oh,
But
no.
what if
That's
what
what
if
I
it's
thought.
Yeah.
what if it's windy that day and I'm picking up my 7-foot box through the drive-through?
What if I put in a stipulation that you can't throw me out on a windy day?
Okay, I'm
I
with you
mean,
then.
but where are they throwing you?
Just,
Just
like in the
the planter
plants
block?
right by the
Then
front
it's gonna be
door.
windy the next month and you still come out. If you're outside,
Not if you water
Then
it.
you're
You
going to
gotta
be on the
put- you
corner
gotta
of
put like
Martin
a
Luther
salt-
King and Obama.
salt shaker.
It's just like if people like want to go to like
No.
San Francisco or go to, you know what I mean? Go to this burial
Take a
ground and
little bit
spread
of
my
Zach with
ashes.
me.
Same thing.
Can't back that.
We've breathed in some ashes before.
I can't
Yeah.
back that.
Whoa.
I can't
we
back
probably
that. Don't
have.
do that to Popeyes.
We swam in
We
it.
have.
We swam in some ashes.
You swam in it.
You've never been in the ocean?
Nope.
Yeah,
We
right.
already
You've never been in the
established that
ocean?
he can't swim.
Well, I mean, I've walked. Like,
So you
my
walked in.
ankle.
You walked in
It's
ashes,
not
baby.
swimming.
You walked in the city of ashes.
I mean,
That's what Atlantis is.
Mm-hmm.
Bang.
Atlantis. I've never been.
It's where Aquaman's from.
Word.
Now we're going back to is Wakanda real?
So
Yeah.
those are my two burials that I would prefer. What's yours, Ghost? Like, what's your ideal?
There's no ideal. 'Cause it's
No,
not-
you've never.
No, I'm not. I
Oh,
told
you know
not
what?
like I don't think about that. I mean, I've thought about it before, but I not long enough to even care where it is. Because it's not like I know it's like a cinematic thing where you're like, oh, I can be here that way. Every time they do this, they think of me. But I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna,
Yeah, I feel you.
That's
You're not going to
awful.
know if it happens or not.
Yeah.
I would also maybe like to be like cremated with the big piece of chicken.
There you go.
No.
Not the entire
and be at a
7.
barbecue. I wouldn't want to be held at a church. I would just want barbecue music playing. You know what I mean?
like a going
Yeah,
away instead
like
of
a going home,
yeah,
like not like
celebration.
like just a
Homegoing.
regular
Yeah.
barbecue wherever.
Yeah,
Because
just
nobody
have a
ever
party.
sat at a barbecue.
Yeah.
You know
Just
what
like
I
a
mean?
picture of you, and
Yeah.
with however you get, probably if it's cremated, it's easy picture of you,
Yeah.
the urn, and then
Yeah.
just a
Just
barbecue.
sitting at
Yeah.
one of the
Get
seats at the
together.
table.
Yeah.
See, but no matter how much you want to make the environment fun, you still wouldn't be there, and then the people that are there would naturally still be sad.
Still be a morning.
Yeah.
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 But
You could try to change
But it would
that
be easier
atmosphere.
to because when you know what I mean when it's quiet and then a pastor or somebody starts getting up and trying to say something profound.
And when you have a set.
Yeah, like I feel like that
course of
just
events.
that environment breathes like a bad day in general. Like eventually, you're gonna snap out of like that. Damn, he's gone, and you're just gonna go back to like what a barbecue would really feel like.
What about you, BK?
Well, I have stipulations in my will of what happens to me.
Whoa!
Ooh, spill the tea.
They
Spill
kill her
the
cat
tea.
and then bury her
Oh,
cat.
like
with
the
her.
last, yeah, like the last, yeah,
No,
like the
no,
last
no.
lady.
No.
It's awful.
I already have Chewy with me 24/7. His little paw is tattooed on me. So I don't need him to be dead.
She's like, nope, kill him, throw him in the casket with me.
Oh, my poor kitty. No, I am going to be cremated, so that's my deal. I don't want to be. The thought of possibly being buried alive creeps the shit out of me.
I'm sure when they suck out all your insides and sew everything
Right.
shut, you'll be dead.
It's my fear. Don't you have your anxiety? Let me have mine.
I mean, I feel like mine's like real, like being afraid to suck a dick. I feel like mine's
Was
more
that
real.
what we were talking about? Okay.
No, he just had
I
to
don't
bring it
think
up.
that's it.
Just had,
Anyways, what is the itinerary for your death?
To be cremated, and then I have a couple locations where I would like my ashes to be placed.
Oh, they need to go multiple places,
Yeah.
damn.
making sure you die with another man.
Right. Well, one of the locations is just because the king has his one specific place, so I would like to be there with him, sort of ish.
Okay.
And then the rest of it, my son can decide what he wants to do with me.
What if he just wants to keep you on the banister?
Keep me on the banister.
I told my wife if she wanted to do that and wear me as a Flavor Flav clock kind of deal,
That's what I'm doing.
that I'm cool with that too.
the king.
Whatever
He's being
works
created
for her.
into a diamond.
She could do whatever she wants. I really
I just don't want
care.
to spend any money.
Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah,
I
that's-
don't want it to be a big thing.
I just don't want to spend
Yeah.
any money. That's my real big fear. That's why everything I have is like cheap. Like either plant me underground or just dig
Yeah.
up the tree and just slide me underneath.
Yeah.
Just cover me up. Or
The tree thing is awesome.
well, yeah.
I think that is-
because yeah,
I think
then
that is the
I
coolest.
think it's pretty dope if you started eating apples and be like, yeah, that was,
No, don't make me an edible
Right.
tree. You know.
no, I kind of would like to be an edible tree. I want to be a
He
I want
wants
to be a
to be
peach.
just like Jesus. Eat
Like, yo,
this, for
those
this
is-
is my body.
Those are zero ass apricots. You know what I mean? When they got, a peach got the booty. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd be dope.
Them
if that was
cheeks,
mine.
though.
Yeah, cheeks is sweet. Yeah, I would like that's how I want to go.
Shit.
Because then I could be spread around. You know what I mean? Johnny Appleseed. That's me.
That's dirty.
What if the peaches came out with like dark skin?
They came out
Western.
black.
Yeah, they came out black
peaches.
and they were hella juice. Like darker the berry, sweeter the juice.
They taste like chicken.
Somehow these taste like
It tastes like watermelon. I don't
Right.
understand. It's a peach tree.
Is this chicken and waffles that I'm eating?
Yeah, I do think about death way too much. I do. I think about my mortality way too much.
Yeah, I don't think about anybody else's. I don't really think of anyone else's so much.
I also don't know the worst way for me to go. Like, I don't know if I would rather
It's
go
all going to
alone.
be painful.
I don't know if I'd rather go alone or with, like, in a public place.
Definitely not public.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to subject
At-
somebody
see,
else to
at
that.
my work, I wouldn't. But in, like, a random, like a Sizzler, I'm okay.
Nah.
Have you ever seen somebody die?
No.
Yeah, that's,
Yes, but not a stranger.
yeah, I've seen a stranger die. It's
Where?
When I still lived in North Highlands, I saw somebody get hit by a car. It was a little rough.
Yeah, it's traumatic. I've seen somebody hit by.
Yeah,
a
but
car.
that's why you can't. You don't want to be in a Sizzler because you got to flip the script and say, what if you're in Sizzler and it's like the stakes on point that day, and someone dies. That kind of messes up.
I'm still eating this steak.
No, but your experience is not as good.
That's the steak's good.
The ambiance sucks.
Yeah, it's not. I guess you're not the average person then.
Yeah, I don't think it would ruin. Like if a person passed away.
I mean, that's a selfish way to think about it, but I'm just saying that's why I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
That's not the reason. You said Sizzler, so I use that as an example. But
Well, I'm just saying, like Walmart, like if or not, I wouldn't want to die in a Walmart. But if I like at Target,
definitely
If I
Drag
was
me
at
out to
Target-
the parking lot.
Yeah.
that's just a story. I know.
if I was at Target, I'd hate to have to. Can you imagine haunting a Walmart? You just see like that literally be like a never ending like death cycle. Just seeing the customers of Walmart all the time. Yeah. Like if it was at a bad one, like you happen to stop in the hood.
I think it would be fun no matter what. You get to mess with people and nobody knows.
Maybe.
Right. Somebody
I
go
could-
put me in the Target planter.
I could stay entertained as a ghost in Walmart
Okay.
for a day and on. And just take stuff out of people's carts and
They rearrange the
Yeah,
display and
yeah,
you
I'm
rearrange
just-
it back.
Can you touch stuff? Can you grab stuff?
If you
Well, see,
concentrate hard
this
enough.
is where me and you differ from them too.
Well, they say
believe
you
like
can.
they say like they believe in like ghosts and stuff though.
But I'm saying I mean I don't know.
He's
And
right
obviously it's
there.
different.
They're very superstitious. Yeah.
No, but
That's
I'm
them.
saying, can you grab an item? Can you move? I know you can kind of.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm saying in your.
in my ghost world,
Yes.
yes, you can.
Okay.
You sure can.
Would you grab like the end of like those can towers of like whatever's on sale?
Pull the bottom one.
I wouldn't be that big
the
of
blue
an
lights
asshole.
special.
I think I would if it,
Like,
if it was
like
built by like that.
Yeah, I mean maybe
Depending
year,
on the-
year 200. Yeah, I'm probably
Like the
turning
oranges?
into an
Right.
asshole.
Are
Yeah,
you pulling that middle orange out? So just
yeah.
all of them.
It depends. I think I'd terrorize if I knew like Becky was like a bitch and she was messing with somebody I'm cool with. You know what I mean? Then I'd terrorize her.
see,
Yeah.
you'd be entertained. In a
Yeah, I
Walmart.
can find. I definitely could be entertained. But what happens? So you guys believe that you hunt where you die?
No,
I think it depends on how you die.
So what would make you be haunted there?
If somebody like killed you, and if you didn't have, how they always say you're unfinished business. So if you traumatically pass away,
Yo, my business is never finished. Afterlife. So don't come for me.
yeah, I think it just depends. Like I've heard a lot of people that have kids or something that they tragically pass and they're not ready to let go of that they hang around until they know that the kid or whatever, because
Yeah,
not
you
really
believe really
secure.
hard in this ghost
yeah.
stuff. Really, really hard. So what do you guys think of the afterlife then? Do you think you get stuck here?
I don't know.
There's too many people out there that say that they've seen
Yeah.
it to not believe in something. I just
No,
don't know what it is.
I don't believe those people know what they've seen.
I-
I believe they recollect, but I believe their minds are. You could play. I think your mind, as it's dying and losing air and everything else.
You're hallucinating.
Yeah, I think you're hallucinating at that point.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll find out later.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
To be determined.
Yeah.
Since you guys can grab shit, just leave me a note and tell me how it is.
I told you.
Love BK.
I've been watching you, bitch.
Every time your mom cooks, there's one less taco left on there.
hey,
So the
can
fried
you
rice
tell
is a
Mom to
little
make
low.
some rice?
The fried rice is a little low.
Yeah,
I know I only had one serving.
What do you believe in afterlife? What do you believe afterlife?
I don't know. I guess there's so much. I don't know. I'm really.
it's such a loaded
To be
question
continued.
because
It is.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
there's
because it's
different-
based on religion or
I feel-
beliefs or
yeah,
whatever.
I feel many different ways about
Yeah.
it, and
I
it's
do,
hard to
yeah.
describe.
Yeah.
I don't believe in a heaven or hell, but I do believe in like an afterlife.
What about reincarnation?
Like you come back as a bug or something?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, I don't believe in that.
Nah. But I've also never felt like I've had another life. Like I always felt like I've always learned something for the first time. Even if I have, like I've had deja vu dreams or whatever, where like I've dreamed something and then it happens.
Weird.
That shit is weird, but they also say that's what happened right before you have a stroke or a seizure. So
And that's helping his
I've
anxiety.
had those like
yeah, I have them all the time.
I think
and
part of
every
that-
time,
yeah.
every time, Ghost. Oh, this is it.
it's the big
I'm
one.
gonna
Yeah.
die.
Wait, do I remember? I will. If something looks too familiar, I'll intentionally change something.
Trying to the butterfly effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll be like, oh, wait, I
That's
remember
a
this.
weird ass movie.
I remember this.
Slap it.
Ugh.
That's exactly what
But
happened.
what happens to me is I don't remember my dreams. Only way I remember my dreams is if I wake up like kind of in the middle of it, and if I wake up and I think about anything else, I'll forget.
Yeah,
So I very rarely remember my dreams, unless it's just a crazy one that happens to stick out. But it's still even. So when something happens in real life, I'm like, man, it's happened before, and I know it hasn't. So I'm just assuming it was from a dream that I forgot, and it kind of re-triggered it.
yeah.
So that's how mine was. So I can't really, as it's happening, I'm not thinking about it. Then after, I'm like, wait a minute. So I
Yeah.
can't really, change the.
Oh no,
I can't
sometimes I'll be
butterfly
like,
effect
oh, hey, this looks familiar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'll just scream or something.
Like,
But I know I didn't do that. I was wiggling, just wiggle everything. Yep, different dream now. Can't be
reality.
a deja vu that didn't
bet
happen.
you weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Infinite realities. How's that accent?
I was about to say,
I was
I
like,
meant to
how
hit
does
that-
this relate?
Yeah,
That's
I meant
not
to hit
it.
the X Files, but
rumbling with the
I got-
past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have fat fingers.
That happens. Maybe that's probably.
So
I
wait,
think that was
so
your
wait.
dream, and then you just change it up.
Do you believe in like clairvoyance, like people who can predict the future or whatever? I'm trying to figure out where your spirituality stops.
You might want to figure out where it begins first. No, I don't. I think a lot of that is a hoaxy.
Do you just believe that anybody can,
What, that anybody could be a clairvoyant?
like, actually predict? Yeah.
No.
Well, you, real.
Who are you?
I don't know. Like initially, I would like to say no, but I don't know. I mean,
Ghost.
it's not.
I treat them like interrogations with the cops. I'm like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
really are
No,
gonna
no,
have
I'm not
to-
talking about anybody who sells it. I'm just saying, do you
Oh,
believe there's
gotcha.
anybody just feasibly in your mind? Do you believe anybody could have that talent? I'm not talking about people who sell it or do any of that stuff. I'm not talking about any of those people.
I would say yeah. Only because I've had certain experiences where myself, like, you know how you have your deja vu dreams? I've literally told somebody, please do not go on this trip. Something's not right. And
They died. Did they go to DR?
yeah. They ended up not going. But the travel plans that they were supposed to have, like, you know, there was something wrong with the plane, something had happened, or something as simple as lost luggage, you know, stupid shit. And it's just like, well, that's creepy.
It's like Final Destination.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like that, but not as serious.
But not the same.
just something is
consequences.
off.
See, so like for me, I don't. It going to the extent of somebody being clairvoyant. I don't necessarily think I could believe that somebody just it happens to them. I think if it would be through a higher power. It'd be through a god of whatever sort.
That's how some people do it. I mean, that's how some people say it happens. Is they're talking to
yeah,
like
they're,
ghosts and things
talking-
like that. They go
Yeah.
talk to that. So
or they're talking to God or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
I mean, I think that some of that stuff might exist.
I think the people that do, and especially like the people that do use it, you know, as income, they probably started out wanting to help people and wanting to bring people closure and whatnot. But then, just like politicians, at some point
Yeah.
you get corrupt.
I think they start out trying to make money. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think any
Me
of
too.
them.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that.
But
Anybody who says that and like makes a big deal about it, I guess. Like
Call
is
me now.
trying to
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Cleo. Yeah, don't believe it.
yeah.
and there's
I don't
so-
believe
yeah.
that. I don't believe there's anybody who can.
I've heard like weird things about like psychics. I've heard of someone going and seeing a psychic and they didn't tell the psychic anything about like family members that had passed, and the psychic was talking about people like and was describing them to the person.
If somebody could come up and tell me the one person that I would like to have said goodbye to in my life, I would shit bricks.
How much you pay to shit on that person?
$100K.
I don't know. I think it ties into my spirituality thing where I just don't necessarily know. Like deja vus aren't, you know what I mean? They're not predictions of the future. You know what I mean? Like my deja vus aren't something big happening. Like, oh, I'm going to go buy this car or I'm going to go win the lottery. Or, you know, it's like I was sitting on this couch and that commercial came on and I was eating this meal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah.
That's just coincidence.
Yeah.
Because that happens in my life quite a bit. Like me sitting down watching TV and eating
Popeyes.
So
With a commercial about Popeyes comes
I need
on.
the endorsement. Come on, Popeyes.
Oh,
2.5.
They're on board.
Yeah, 2.5. If you don't jump in dark, you know what I mean?
I'll take a 3-foot box.
Yeah.
Just to start. Give me a start, you know.
You don't want to be greedy.
Build a relationship. You know. You can build to a 7.
Support the people who support you. You know what I mean?
I'll get some right now.
Pay it forward. You know what I mean? I can't wait for that one though. Name. Yeah. So my spirituality. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't necessarily believe. I don't believe in organized religion.
Yeah.
I do believe in spirituality. I don't believe in organized religion. So I'm not a very religious person. So I think my afterlife, I don't know what I feel about afterlife. I just know I think about it.
Yeah.
You're not going to think about Rio with his monocle.
I know.
Yeah.
Haunting my dreams. Haunting my dreams.
Hey.
Killing you. I kill you every time. I show up in your dream and I
Every
kill
time
you.
you see him with a monocle, you're going to just
Dancing.
do something.
Every time I see a monocle
crazy.
from now on,
Yeah.
You just throw something.
yeah, he's just going to look
Rio's here.
Mexican now. I'm like, oh, is that Rio? Is that you?
He's coming for me.
In this Planters peanut box? every Mr. Peanut from now on, I'm drawing a goatee on. Everyone. I'm just going to I'm going to go into Safeway with a fucking Sharpie and just, every time I see one, just. Like, are these special edition?
Yeah, they are.
Are these the Cinco de Mayo version?
These ones must be spicy.
Making that top hat a
Spicy.
little bit longer of a bit of a
Tamales.
sombrero.
Sombrero.
Like, these ones must have that chili limon powder on them. Doesn't say it on here though, but why else would he have a goatee?
And a sombrero.
Yeah.
Is that a donkey?
So last story, we'll get out on this. So there was a guy and his wife, they were splitting. This is in Michigan. There was a guy who's separated from his wife, legally separated. And the divorce wasn't final yet. And he won $81 million in the lottery
Oh no.
before the divorce papers were signed.
Oh no.
Hold that
Did
ticket.
he go sign it?
He had to give her half. It was
He was in
she fought
California?
for it. No,
No,
Michigan.
Michigan.
I don't know what their rules
Common
are.
law is, I don't either, but
It's
yeah,
gotta
he had to
be.
give her half because they weren't divorced yet. And they said because the monies were bought with common monies.
Community property.
What if someone gifted him those funds?
I'd have lied.
but I
That's
don't-
what money
bad
did.
But if we're
Yeah.
legally separated, they're
He
not
got a
common
bad-
funds
He
anymore.
got a bad attorney.
Yeah, you're married. You're married.
Those were gifted.
I know it is. I know that's the business contract, but practically applying
Rio, let me in
common,
$5.
the common, you know what I mean? Like we would have to be sharing the same bank account in order for it to be common money.
BK lent me $5.
Yeah.
She gave me $5 and told me to go buy a lottery
But the-
ticket
Yeah.
but the-
because she felt like it was my lucky day.
But if you
and
use
I had a
BK,
dream.
I'm gonna slide you some money for corroborating this story.
But if you buy it cash,
No.
that works.
Just for helping you out.
If you buy it in cash, that works. But if you use your debit card, that doesn't work anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they can't prove I got
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way I buy my lottery tickets is with cash.
Oh,
baby.
from now on?
Oh, cash.
If you see me get a divorce, bro.
Yeah.
In California don't matter. You got community property here. It's
It's not my money, though.
it don't matter
Ghost
if you're
gave it
married.
to me.
It don't matter if you're married here.
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
just like Michigan. They probably got the same rules.
I actually hate playing the lottery. I feel like it's a tax.
Never played the lottery.
I go get them for my mother-in-law because, you know what I mean? She wants them. That's my duty to go get them. But for myself, I've never played. I've never played a scratcher. I've never played anything.
Yeah, I've played scratchers that were given to me. I guess
No,
that's
I've
not
never
me.
spent money on scratcher.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so Michigan is not a community property state. It is an equitable distribution state.
Oh, well, that'll describe it too.
Yeah.
Equitable distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Common monies.
So, which means that divorce courts in Michigan may distribute the marital assets of spouses in a way they believe
And
is
that's
fair.
and they were married and they won the lottery together because they was married. So
So not
Ooh.
quite the same, but it's the same.
I'm still saying someone
Good
gifted
money.
me that money.
You using any of the money to go put a hit on your wife?
No.
no, 'cause
I'm living a
now
happy
you're going
life.
to prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, you know what I mean? 40.5 mil.
And you get rid of the bitch?
Yeah, but you got rid of her 2 years ago. She just came to she came to punch you right in the gut one last
matter.
time.
But
I'll
no,
be happy.
it said that the
I'll be
court
good.
decides. It doesn't say that the people decide. The
No.
court
She
decides.
asked for it though.
Oh, well.
No, she asked
I
for it.
mean, you're not going to not ask for $40 million.
Yeah.
Right. What are they going to do? Say no?
Yeah. I'm asking for $40 million.
So so that happened. That dude, that's the most unluckiest shit I think I've heard in a while.
Like, you better
Most
not.
lucky?
No, most unlucky.
No, I'm
Unlucky.
saying
That's-
but you got to win
yeah.
the lottery. So
Yeah, but to win the lottery, your
And you
ex-wife
half
still
take
get
it.
half.
That's the worst. But you don't
That
know
would
like,
be the worst, but you still got 20 mil.
Yeah.
You going to DR with 20 mil?
No.
There's nobody rich dying.
No.
yeah, they did.
Except for that one chick.
Barbara Corcoran.
I don't know if she was. I don't know if he was
There was
living.
some
He was-
pizzeria guy that just died, too.
Who? Talking to you?
Pizzeria.
Oh,
He was rich?
I don't
Mountain
know.
Mike
Oh.
died.
yeah. Mountain
Yeah.
Mike died.
Mountain Mike's.
Mike.
King Arthur died. No more round table.
Mike.
Yeah, I thought when I read that I was like, damn, bro. I poured out a little bit of my drink for him.
It was water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not pouring out anything, niggas. Hey, that guy, send me the Ace of Spades bottle. Let me be a bad
know,
bitch.
right?
Let me be a bad bitch on my birthday. Come on, bro.
Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
Don't pop
He's
until I
already
get
given
here.
enough.
Thank you for listening to the Brilliant Minds of Idiots. We're going every 2 weeks right now. Summer, you know what I mean? Trying to get our Ace of Spades and our bad bitch, you know what I mean? Shit out here. Rio especially. So
Living his best life.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff. And, the world is full of questions. And these idiots have the answers. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.